with Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amoco has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer in line. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins, plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain, or online at countrycamping.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look. CKDKDS Macron. Oh, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail.
And we're here at Charlotte Catholic High School for your matchup tonight between Kings Mountain Mountaineers and Charlotte Catholic Cougars. Hunter Yancey here with Jason Sane. We've been covering Kings Mountain for you guys all season, and it's finally about to start paying off, it seems like, because the winner of this game wins the western side of the 3A playoffs, and they will go on to Chapel Hill to play in the state championship game. The opponent in that game has yet to be decided as well. This is going to be a huge matchup as we're here at Charlotte Catholic. Charlotte Catholic was, in fact, the higher seed in today's matchup, the 3 seed versus the 5 seed. So neither the 1 seed nor the 2 seed made it. Kings Mountain took care of business last week, knocking off Northwest Cabarrus, the 1 seed. Charlotte Catholic as well knocked off the number 2 seed in Hunter Huss. This sounds like we're going to have ourselves a good game today. Jason, are you excited for today's game or what?
Yeah, it should be a good matchup. Again, you got the 2 teams finally, the seeds start to draw closer together.
Yeah.
Essentially, Kings Mountain taking over the one seed bracket. And here we are, Charlotte Catholic in the 3rd round.
In the 3rd round, indeed. Also want to thank our title sponsor today, Brinkley Financial Group. Also, thank you guys for tuning into our Bridges Hardware Stadium pregame show, as we're about, I'd like to say, 27 minutes from kickoff. So we're going to talk about the game a little bit. We're going to have our players to watch. We'll make those decisions. We might even make a little bit of predictions the closer we get to kickoff. Jason, I just want to ask you today, do you think Kalen Wade repeats what he did last week? Because last week he was pretty special for Kings Mountain.
It'd be more difficult to do it 2 weeks in a row in the playoffs because, you know, teams not sure who they're going to play, so when they find out, they want the game tape from the previous week. That's what they end up with. So hard to do what you did last week again this week in any given week of the playoffs, just because that's about all they knew to defend, to game plan against this week. They'll be ready to try and stop that.
Yeah, which I agree 100%. I don't think he'll quite, for those of you that did not tune in last week and don't know what we're talking about, Kalen Wade against the number 1 seeded Northwest Cabarrus had 5 total touchdowns. All of them came on the ground, but still 5 total touchdowns for a quarterback. That's a pretty impressive stat line. Just we were teasing about maybe he can do it again this week. I think one of the keys to today's game is definitely going to be the battle between the offensive line and the defensive line of Charlotte Catholic. We've talked about all week. I know we did, especially Saturday morning, last week on our Saturday morning talk show. I talked with Terry Reinhardt about how the narrative around this Charlotte Catholic team this whole year has been that this defense is about like an iron wall. It's very stout and it's hard to score on, and they held the number 2 seed Hunter Huss to only 7 points. So I feel like a battle in the trenches between Kings Mountain's offensive line and defensive line is something that we're definitely going to be in for a treat for tonight. Jason, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, anytime you get this deep in the playoffs, the team facing most likely has a good defense. Either that or their offense is just, the type of offense puts up 40 and 50 points a week. Otherwise, you don't make it this far.
Right.
But a good defensive matchup perhaps in store. Kings Mountain able to all but shut out the number 1 seed in the first half, and second half maybe let up just a little bit, allowed them into the end zone a few more times. But, 2 good defenses out here tonight.
Yeah.
And, again, Kings Mountain offense, kind of offense you might think you're ready to face until you actually get on the field with them. They can shock you a little bit with their speed, their versatility, the way they can get it done through the air and on the ground. So,
ladies and gentlemen, just out here watching these teams warm up, and I know that we cover mostly Kings Mountain, and I'm not trying to be biased with this. That's the last thing I wish to do as a broadcaster, but I'm just looking out here. And, Jason, I don't know if you can see it as well, but I'm looking at, the numbers. You can tell who's going to be a part of either the offensive and defensive line for both of these teams. And Kings Mountain genuinely looks like they match up bigger than Charlotte Catholic.
Didn't really get a good look. I do see a couple of large bodies out there for Charlotte Catholic.
Yeah, there are.
Number 75 making his way off the field now, taller than any of the coaches, wider as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, may have to wait until the actual game starts to see exactly who's on the offensive and defensive fronts, but perhaps the size advantage to Kings Mountain.
Yep, number 75, as you spoke of, for Charlotte Catholic football. His name is Malik McGowan. He's a junior, 6'4", 315 pounds. That is a big boy. So, it's going to be a good game tonight either way. I think that some people are still sleeping on this Kings Mountain team, even though they are a 5 seed. I think no one really expected them to do what they did last week to Northwest Cabarrus. If anything, that's a testament to how explosive this offense really can be. And if you're a Kings Mountain fan, you're excited that last week you put together a full game. And what I mean by that is, a couple times this year, Kings Mountain has been known to be a second-half team. Maybe start off a little slow in the first half, and in the second half, you really, really hammer it home and drive it for the victory. But it was nice to see them these past few playoff games, maybe because they know, hey, this game could be our last, that they come out here and they put full throttle pedal to the metal as soon as the starting whistle goes. Jason, do you think that maybe just the playoff atmosphere has got Kings Mountain ready to go and rolling so far?
Yeah, and I think that's what their offense has been designed to do too. It's a bit of the shotgun spread. And hurry up suits that type of offense. You come to the line, you don't like the defense, you look to the sideline, get a different play.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes your quarterback will run it about as often as he'll throw it. So, it looks like passive formation all the way every time, but half the time it's a run, but it's got the defense spread out. So,
yeah. And I'll say it one more time. I've said it multiple times. I think Kalen Wade could be the best dual-threat quarterback in the western part of North Carolina. And I'm going to say that as well for those of you, if you have time and you're wanting to come down and see a fantastic football game, between Charlotte Catholic High School down here in Charlotte, the number 3 seed, and Charlotte Catholic versus the number 5 seed in Kings Mountain. If you can make it out here, folks, seats are going to be very limited because I'm looking across, and this Kings Mountain fan base has impressed me everywhere we've went so far. So far, they've had 3 away games, Statesville, Northwest Cabarrus, and now here at Charlotte Catholic. And Kings Mountain fans have absolutely piled in and packed out that fan section, or the away section, don't you think?
Yeah, that's a big stadium, of course, too. I heard before the game that they were required to add some stands when they ended up in a higher division a few years ago, only to immediately end up back down in the lower division they were in previously, but only after adding 2 sets of stands on the opposite side of the field and a big parking deck across the street. So this place is well suited for large crowds.
Absolutely. So
really
again,
nice, actually.
Yeah, it is actually really nice. The parking deck, I was like, dang, why don't most high schools have this as well? Because parking can be such a pain at some places. But again, for those of you, if you have the chance and you were thinking about coming out to this game, come on out because you're in for a treat. With that, though, we're going to step aside and take a quick break. We will be back after these messages on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Love's Fish Box in Kings Mountain is celebrating 50 years of business. That's right, 50 years. They got to be doing something right. Just think of the thousands they have served in the past 50 years. And check out their weekly specials. Tuesday, large whiting plate with all the trimmings, $6.99. Wednesdays, their flounder plate with all the trimmings, $7.99. Thursdays, it's their 8-ounce hamburger steak plate, peppers and onions, mushroom gravy, choice of potato, slaw or salad, and hush puppies, only $5.99. Love's Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. The most popular flooring sold today is the new LVT waterproof flooring, and it's now on sale at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Now you can buy the new LVT waterproof flooring for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. And they do free estimates with installation available. See Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia for your new LVT waterproof flooring. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You don't pull a mask off an old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, Hunter Yancey, Jason Sane for the 3A playoff matchup between the Kings Mountain Mountaineers and the Charlotte Catholic Cougars. here on KTC Broadcasting. For those of you listening to us on ktcbroadcasting.com, YouTube, as well as WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM. I want to go over some other things on the KTC Broadcasting schedule for Friday, December 7th. Those of you that are listening to us must have obviously listened to the great Witherspoon Insurance pregame show. That was from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. And now that you're here, you can listen to either us here or Shelby Golden Lions at the High Brighton Panthers. It'll be brought to you by Brent Pasco and Jeff Jones. You can listen to it on the Shelby Golden Lions YouTube channel or listen to it on the radio, WOHS 1390 AM and 101.5 FM. Those of you also that are listening as well. On the WLON side, the Lincolnton side, you're going to have basketball tonight as the West Lincoln Rebels are at the Cherryville Ironmen. That is going to be brought to you by Milton Baker and Danny Aker. You can listen to that on 1050 AM or 107.5 FM. That is WLON. 7:30, as you are right now listening to our Bridges Hardware pregame show, until 7:30. And then 7:30 is going to be our kickoff here, as well as for the Shelby Golden Lions game. And then at 10 p.m. tonight, after all the games, 10 p.m. till midnight, there is the Ronaldo Auto Mall post-game show. You can watch it on the KTC Broadcasting homepage on KTC YouTube, and you can listen to it also on ktcbroadcasting.com. It'll also be live on WLON, WCSL, and WOHS. It'll be live on all of our channels as well. I also want to give a big shout-out and pump up for tomorrow. Those of you that don't really know what's happening tomorrow, well, guess what? You're about to find out. There are parades that we will be broadcasting tomorrow on YouTube. The Cherryville parade will be at 10:30 tomorrow, 10:30, and then there will also be a Cat Square parade at 1:30 tomorrow as well. Jason's excited about that. From what I heard, he's going to be out there having himself a fantastic time at the Cat Square Parade. Okay, so I'm going to re-say that again tomorrow. YouTube, we are going to be broadcasting the Cherryville parade at 10:30. And the Cat Square Parade at 1:30, so be sure to tune in and support that as well. But now back to what we're really here for. The Kings Mountain Mountaineers here at the Charlotte Catholic to take on the Cougars, number 5 seed, number 3 seed. They both have had fantastic seasons, and we're about just under 15 minutes away from kickoff here on the field here at Keffer Stadium. Do you know, is that the same like Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge, Keffer?
No, I think there's an I in that
You think there's an I? I don't know. Hey, it confused me. I was looking at that, and I was like, man, now they sure are using their money wisely out here. But again, if you can come down here, though, fantastic facility. There are still seats right now, but it's going to fill up fast. Kings Mountain's band is coming out, or is that Charlotte Catholic's band? I think that's red. Yeah, that is Charlotte Catholic's band is starting to come out onto the field. We might be getting ready to have the national anthem here maybe in the next 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to continue to go over this game as well. Of course, we're going to go over our classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby players to watch. We're going to do that before we head out of the pregame show. This has got huge implications on the line, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this moves on to the 3A state championship game. The 3A state championship game in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. If Kings Mountain wins, you can bet your bottom that we are going to be there to call that game for you guys. We're going to bring all the intensity that we can, especially for tonight as well, because a lot of people have been talking about how good this Charlotte Catholic defense is, and what Kings Mountain fans, I know the name itself can be kind of scary. In western part of North Carolina, everybody knows who Charlotte Catholic is. It's been a household name in 3A for years, especially to go to the state championship game. But I feel like this is going to be one of the more interesting matchups in this playoff, and I'm not sure if Charlotte Catholic is really ready for what Kings Mountain brings to them. Do you think the same thing, Jason?
I think they've seen good teams before, so, not exactly a dynamic player, perhaps, as Paysor and Wade at the same time, in the same offense, having to cover more than one dynamic athlete like that. But they have played good teams. It's going to be a good matchup. Right?
Absolutely.
This deep in the playoffs, I just look forward to seeing the games. Kings Mountain might also be, unaccustomed to as good players as some of these Charlotte Catholic offensive players may be. Haven't really got to see them in action, but again, you hear things. Heard they've got a pretty good running back, kind of a scat back that can find some open space. And good defense, of course. We talked about that earlier. It's how you get into the deep rounds of the playoffs. But, yeah, I heard they had a quick little running back that was tough. And their special teams came up big for them last week, so that can always be a factor as well. Just maybe being well-rounded, well-coached.
Yeah, I think this might be one of the strongest defenses Kings Mountain sees all year, especially because Charlotte Catholic was able to hold the high-scoring Hunter Huss team to only 7 points.
Yeah. It always comes down to who scores the most points, right? That's always what determines what wins the game, and good defenses will have you in every game.
Yeah. I think that'll be something that we really need to watch for as well, because this Kings Mountain team, as much as we hype up their offense, their defense is no slouch either. They've got a strong defense, and they're really strong up front in the center on their defensive line. I think that's something we need to watch for tonight as well.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe who can keep the running game in check, and that can kind of turn around and allow you to get some pressure when they get out back to pass.
So I think that'll be something that we definitely need to watch. Could come down to turnover battles. They talk about it at every level of the game, whether it's high school, college, and professional. They talk about it. They come in, and the winner of the turnover battle usually wins the game. Usually. That's a key word, though, is usually.
Yeah, we've seen that be a factor already several times in the playoffs.
Yeah.
With a record of 13-1.
Well, we're getting ready to start the pregame festivities here on the field. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. By the time we come back, we'll be closer and closer to getting this game started at kickoff, and then we will also give you our classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby player to watch. We will give you all of that when we come back. You're listening to KTCBroadcasting.com.
'Tis the season for savings at Campers NRV of Kings Mountain. Join us now through December 12th for our 12 Days of Savings sale. Our unbelievable deals will fill you with joy, like 35% off MSRP on a 2019 Primetime RV Navy with full bath, or a 2018 Coachman RV Freedom Express Blast Toy Hauler. Don't wait, these year-end specials won't last long. Visit Campers NRV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersn.com today. Exit 8 off I-85. Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia is now your E-Z-Go golf cart dealer. Come in and get yours today. And for a limited time, buy an E-Z-Go golf cart and get 0% financing for 48 months. Come on in for all of the details. But that's not all. In addition to Yamaha and Polaris, Full Throttle Power Sports is now your Arctic Cat dealer. Take advantage of their Rush to Ride sales event with rebates of up to $1,500. Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk-In Law, online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You thought the beef and cheddar couldn't get any more delicious. And then Arby's added bacon to it. And you thought, oh, okay, but it can't get any better than that. And then Arby's made them 2 for $6. And then you thought, okay, but no, it can't get any better than that. And you were right. The bacon, beef, and cheddar, 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
For a friendly hometown experience in the purchase of your next vehicle, see Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. They have no managers, just leaders in the automotive industry that give you the personal touch you need. You get the same big market discounts, but with a friendly hometown experience. The same applies to their parts and service department with free estimates, custom paint and repairs on all makes and models. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Bill Shuford Heating and Air and American Standard presents the American Standard Set the Standard event. Now through November 30th, get up to $1,000 in discounts on qualifying American Standard equipment, or get 0% APR financing with 60 equal monthly payments, plus many more special Set the Standard event offers. See Bill Shuford Heating and Air for all the details. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-0025.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain or online at countrycamping.com.
Dellinger's Jewel Shop, located at 112 West Mountain Street in Kings Mountain, is a fourth-generation family-owned business. Dellinger's offers quality diamonds and gold and silver jewelry, and they offer a sale or sale price every day. Need a gift? Dellinger's Jewel Shop has great gift items and free gift wrapping, or let them help you with custom jewelry, jewelry repairs, and minor watch repairs. If you're looking for that special engagement ring, Dellinger's Jewel Shop is the place to go. Engagements are their specialty, and they have better diamonds at a better price. Dellinger's Jewel Shop, 112 West Mountain Street in Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-8031. At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do. Why service your vehicle at Renato Honda in Shelby? Well, the answer is simple. Their Honda Masters certified technicians aim to make your life easier with pickup and delivery up to 25 miles. Service loaners are available, plus Saturday hours to fit your busy schedule. The Renato Honda team provides premium upkeep for both your vehicle and you with Wi-Fi, snacks and coffee, and a clean showroom to browse around. Enjoy getting your vehicle serviced at Renato Honda. Best service, best prices, best selection, one location. Renato Auto Mall, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right below the Cleveland Mall. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Love's Fish Box in Kings Mountain is celebrating 50 years of business. That's right, 50 years. They got to be doing something right. Just think of the thousands they have served in the past 50 years. And check out their weekly specials. Tuesday, large whiting plate with all the trimmings, $6.99. Wednesdays, their flounder plate with all the trimmings, $7.99. Thursdays, it's their 8-ounce hamburger steak plate, peppers and onions, mushroom gravy, choice of potato, slaw or salad, and hush puppies, only $5.99. Love's Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m.
Who do you think you are?
Back here, Charlotte Catholic High School, and we just finished with the national anthem. We had a double break there. They were getting ready to start that as soon as we were coming out of break. So apologize for all of the commercials, but we're back to finish up our stadium pregame show brought to you by Bridges Hardware. And we have our classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby players to watch to pick. I think I'm going to pick the player to watch for Charlotte Catholic, and I'm going to let Jason choose the player to watch from Kings Mountain. So, Jason, if you would, go ahead and give me your classic Ford of Lincoln, or classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby player to watch for the Kings Mountain Mountaineers.
I'm going to go with James Ussery tonight.
Ussery?
James Ussery, a big impact play kind of guy, comes up with a big interception when you need one. Special teams plays. That sort of minutia can make the difference between these tight games tonight. So I'm going to keep my eyes on.
Yeah. I have no problem with that.
us tonight.
I think it's almost easy for us to say either Kalen Wade or Kobe Paysau at this point, but I like that pick. I really do. I think that's a kind of under the radar pick because he does so much for this Kings Mountains team, not only on offense but also on the defensive side.
It's like when Britton has a big impact on the game. You're looking at Paysau, but Britton can absolutely shred you if you don't pay attention to it.
Absolutely. For me, looking at the Charlotte Catholic football lineup, I really don't know anything about this Charlotte Catholic team. I haven't paid attention to them at all this year. So it's just going to be me throwing a dart out here and just saying who's someone I can watch. And I think I'm going to go with the senior quarterback, Chris Walton. It's either going to be Chris Walton or Jake Smith because Jake Smith is a junior quarterback, and I don't know which one is starting. So it's going to be the quarterback for Charlotte Catholic. That's who I'm going to watch. I'm thinking it's Chris Walton because he was one of the captains out here for Charlotte Catholic. So Chris Walton for Charlotte Catholic is who I'm going to be watching for. He is the quarterback of this Cougars team. I also want to remind everybody that's listening from the Lincoln County area on WLON, the game that's getting ready to start. It is not football, but basketball as West Lincoln is at Cherryville. That's also going to be tonight. If you're wanting to listen to some basketball instead of some playoff football, go over to WLON and listen to that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to just take one more break, and then when we come back, it is going to be the kickoff and the game of the night. Kings Mountain versus Charlotte Catholic. Number 3 versus number 5 seed. And the winner, the implications are huge because they go on to the state championship game. Do not go anywhere. We will be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Tires, tires, and more tires. New tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain. Located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amoco has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amoco in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer in line. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins, plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain or online at countrycamping.com.
And we're back here at Charlotte Catholic High School as Charlotte Catholic is kicking off to Kings Mountain, and it's a one-hopper fielded by Chris Britton at about the 10-yard line, and he's going to bring it out to about the 25-yard line. And ladies and gentlemen, this will get this game started. Charlotte Catholic, the 3 seed, Kings Mountain, the 5 seed, and it's ready to get going, baby. You ready for this, Jason?
Yeah, it's underway now. Ready or not, here it comes. So after bringing it back out to the 25 and a half, we are underway here at Charlotte Catholic.
Also want to say a thank you to our title sponsor, Brinkley Financial Group. Thank you for allowing us to bring this game to our viewers. It's going to be a handoff out of the shotgun to where Kalen Mack, he's got some room, and he busts through the line maybe for a gain of 5. Solid opening run for the Kings Mountain Mountaineers. Most of the game, they've known to run a spread offense. Most of the season, actually, they've been known to run a spread offense. So a lot of the time, they come out of either a pistol formation or the shotgun formation, and that's exactly how they started this game, was out of the shotgun formation. And it looks like they're going to go right back. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and it's going to be a Reed and Kalen Wade's going to keep the ball and push forward, maybe for a gain of 2. They gave Max 6 on that carry, so that was second and 4. This now is going to bring up 3rd and maybe 3. Looks like they're going to give him a spot of about a yard gain on that quarterback keeper off the read. So it is, in fact, oh, they gave him 2. They gave him 2, so it's going to be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for Kings Mountain. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to his left. Kalen Wade, and they're just going to hand it off again to Kalen Mack, and he is stuffed.
Ball's out.
Ball is out.
Charlotte Catholic's on it, so they have it.
And Charlotte Catholic. Good. That Charlotte Catholic, that's one thing that we have talked about all week leading up to this game is Charlotte Catholic's defense for real. It's been the talk around the town is how is Kings Mountain going to fare up against a stout Charlotte Catholic defense, and Charlotte Catholic comes away with a strip fumble. So they'll take over now on the Kings Mountain 40, no, let me see. Yeah, they'll take over at the Kings Mountain 34. So they're already in Kings Mountain territory off of the fumble. So there's going to be a handoff around, and it's going to be broken through on the edge, and he's going, and he's in the end zone. One play, a score. Charlotte Catholic is already on the board with a Renato Automall touchdown, and the Cougars have scored in one play. It is now 6-0 field goal pending, or extra point pending, 7-0 Charlotte Catholic. That turnover was costly for Kings Mountain because they could have flipped fields on Charlotte Catholic had they have not lost the ball punting it. So Charlotte Catholic lines up for the extra point. Extra point is up, and it is good. And with 10 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first quarter, Charlotte Catholic strikes on one offensive play on their first possession. 7-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
Back here, Charlotte Catholic High School, 7-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. 10 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And this kickoff is deep, and Kobe Pacehour is going to let it go over his head and into the end zone, and looks like we're going to take that from, what is it, the 25 in high school?
Yeah.
So it's going to be...
Actually, no, I think I only bring it out to the 20 in high school still.
Oh, well, there's a flag on the play, offsides on Charlotte Catholic, so they're going to re-kick, but they're going to back this up. So this might be returnable this time for Pacehour, who's the deep return man on the left-hand side, and Chris Britton, deep return man on the right-hand side. Marching Catholic back to the 35-yard line where they will kick the ball off. Kings Mountain, unfortunately on their last offensive possession, fumbled the ball, which gave Charlotte Catholic such great field position to where they scored on their only offensive play of the night. We'll see if Kings Mountain, when they get the ball, will have a better offensive possession than their opening one. Kickoff is away, and it's up. And it's going to be fielded by Ussery at the 10, and he's looking to go across the field, and there's a little bit of an opening, a little bit of daylight, but he's tackled at around the 23, 24-yard line, and that is exactly where Kings Mountain will take over. Kings Mountain's offense coming out here to try and have some success on this drive compared to their last offensive possession. 7-0. Catholic still with the lead. 10 minutes and 20 seconds in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pacehour is in the backfield to receive the little bubble screen, and he gets forward for maybe a gain of 5 or 6. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 5. So it was a little bubble screen out to the left for Pacehour, who was in the slot position. You know, that's something I would like to see them do a lot is Kobe Pacehour. We know what he can do with his feet. If they can get it to him in space, he'll be able to make some good moves to get upfield and use his speed. They gave him a 6-yard gain, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. Kings Mountain trying to get in a rhythm. Another shotgun formation. Pacehour's in motion across, and Kalen Wade's going to roll out to his right, looking for Pacehour. Throws it to Pacehour, who does not pull it in. Well, he pulls it in, but not in bounds, as he ran out of bounds, had too many feet out. So this will bring up 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Still 3rd and manageable. Still short yardage right here. But Kings Mountain showing so far on this drive, they're trying to go through the air.
It's 3rd down.
2 to the right, and it's going to be an option play, and it's a pitch out to Raquelin Mack. Mack with the huge stiff arm, lowers his shoulder and gets the first down. You want to talk about a grown man move by Raquelin Mack. That stiff arm to get by a wimpy tackler, and then he gained momentum to lower his shoulder to get the first down. Impressive, impressive short yardage fight there for Raquelin Mack.
Yep, that moves changed. New set of downs for the Mountaineers.
1st and 10, Kings Mountain. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left. Still 7-0. Kings Mountain slowly but surely trying to get in a rhythm on this offensive possession. Pistol, and it's going to be a fake handoff to Raquelin Mack. Kalen Wade splits some defenders and gets like a 5 or 6 yard gain on that play. So far, so good for Kings Mountain as they're able to get good little chunk plays. So it is, in fact, going to be a 6-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
You got a flag out.
It was a holding play. Yeah, it was holding on Kings Mountain. So what was a 6-yard gain is now a 10-yard loss. So it's going to be 1st and 20.
10-yard penalty.
1st and 20 for Kings Mountain on the 25-yard line. So now you're in a hole and you're trying to see what you can pull out here. And it's a fake handoff. Wade with the play action pulls up, and he's sacked, though, for about a 5-yard loss. Nothing available for Kalen Wade, so unfortunately he takes a sack. Pocket broke down, unable to use his feet to get out. So we're keeping the clock running. 8 minutes and 25 seconds left. This is now going to be 2nd and 25. So this is a 2nd and long. Playbook's a little bit limited right now if you're trying to get some good chunk yards to get closer and closer to the first down mark. Trips to his left, lone receiver up top, Kalen Wade, and he's looking. Pocket breaks down, and he takes off and uses his legs, and he tries to get across the field. He gets across the 25-yard line, and I think it's going to be a short gain of 5.
On the keeper, he's going to pick up 5 yards.
And it was, in fact, a 5-yard gain. So this is going to bring up 3rd down and 20. 3rd and 20. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Clock is still running here in the first quarter. 7-0 Catholic on top. After a fumble on their opening drive for Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain has really put together some good offensive plays, but a huge holding penalty cost them a 2nd and manageable. So now we're on 3rd down and 20 across the field. He tried to split it to Kobe Pacehour, but it's in the dirt, And this will bring the punt team out on the field for Kings Mountain. So Kings Mountain will now punt it away to Charlotte Catholic. Good defensive stop there by Catholic.
Having trouble finding time in the pocket is Wade.
Yep.
Ended up looking at a 25 and third and 25 at time, and pocket breaking down almost immediately. And that's with a 3-man rush. If you haven't noticed yet, they're only bringing 3 and getting that kind of pressure.
Punts away. It's a pretty good punt, and it's fielded, but it was a fair call at about the 41-yard line for Charlotte Catholic.
38, 39.
39.
The other side of the 40.
Yeah, flip-flop. 39. About the 39. They're actually going to mark him at the 38-yard line for Catholic. So Catholic, not as good starting field position as they had on their last offensive possession, but their last possession they were able to score on one play. So here we are, second possession for Catholic. 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7-0. 7-0. Charlotte Catholic on top. Catholic going to the line. Empty backfield. But quarterback's under center. Flag on the play. And it is a false start against Catholic. I didn't realize if he saw it or not, but there was in fact a flinch on the offensive line.
Well, he did see it. Flag comes out. That'll back him up.
Yeah, that'll
first
back him
15. 7 minutes to go. Charlotte Catholic leads 7-0 on your Parker Farm Service scoreboard.
So 7 minutes and 5 seconds is now going to be a 1st and 15 for Catholic. Same formation, empty backfield, quarterback under center, motion man coming across the backfield, and coming out from underneath the quarterback. He comes up throwing, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver was number 80. Number 80, that is Luke Lewis, the tight end, was the intended receiver, and it goes through his hands. Kings Mountain got a little bit of pressure on him. I could tell that the quarterback was a little bit rattled trying to get the ball out. The quarterback is, in fact, Chris Walton. That is my player to watch for Charlotte Catholic. So this will bring up 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Quarterback under center, lone running back in the backfield. It's going to be a sweep to Paul Neal. He gets across for about 2-yard gain. This will bring up now a 3rd and 13.
Jeremiah Brown and James Usery making the tackle. 3rd and 13 now for the Cougars.
3rd and 13, under center again. 3 wide receivers to his left, and he comes up throwing after under center, puts it across, and it goes through the hands of number 5, Adam Robe. Literally hits him in the hands, thinks he has it coming down, but lets it slide. So this will bring up 4th and 13, and Catholic's about to give the ball right back to Kings Mountain. Great defense right there by Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain also lucky. Charlotte Catholic shot themselves in the foot at the beginning of the drive with a false start.
Yeah, that pass also a little behind the receiver. Yep. Might have had a better chance to call that in.
Had to readjust himself midair. So Chris Britton to return the punt for Kings Mountain.
Back deep. Punter must have a good leg.
Yeah, it's high, and Britton's going to let it bounce, and it bounces backwards. So a good bounce for Kings Mountain. And they say that Kings Mountain is going to take over at their 38-yard line. So Kings Mountain coming out here to try and get something going on offense. A turnover on their first offensive possession and a 3-and-out after a costly holding penalty on their second possession. We'll see if they can clean it up here. They've had some positive momentum a little bit until that huge holding call on their last possession. 3 people switching up the formation for Kings Mountain. 2 to his right, Kalen Wade's going to have a direct snap, and he's going to keep it for himself and gains about 9. So this is going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Great running by Kalen Wade. Been saying it all year. He might be the best dual-threat quarterback in the western part of the 3A playoffs. He can do it with his legs. He can do it with his arm. Last week against Northwest Cabarrus, he had 5 total touchdowns, and all of them were on the ground. So he's a pretty talented young man. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Shotgun, Raquelin Mack right next to Wade. It's going to be a handoff to Mack. Mack is met at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Actually, forward motion, I think they're going to say he just got right back to the line of scrimmage. So this will bring up 3rd down and 1. So it's 3rd and manageable. 3rd and manageable. Clock still running. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left. 7-0 Charlotte Catholic. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 Catholic. This is a big 3rd down for Kings Mountain. You're trying to gain some sort of momentum here on offense.
They hurry to the line.
Underneath the center is Wade. Wade, in fact, gets forward. I think he got enough for the 1st down. I think it's a good spot. It's definitely a good spot by the closest referee.
They're going to have to measure that.
They will have to measure that.
Oh, that was the front tip of the ball instead of the middle of the ball, so.
I don't think they did a good job of spotting the ball, though.
Well,
referee had the right spot. I feel like this closest referee, he had great sight of Kalen Wade as well.
It's going to end up being short by a link or 2.
Yeah, I say they just do the same thing, put Kalen Wade underneath the center and just bulldoze his way forward. But we'll see as they're bringing the chains out onto the field. Big 3rd and 1, and he is just an index card short, so it's going to be 4th down. So it's going to be called a 4th down and 1, and we'll see what Kings Mountain does. This is a big 4th down, because they're on their own 48-yard line, and it looks like Kings Mountain's going to send their offensive unit back out onto the field.
They hurry to the line again.
Yes, they do.
Referees hold them up.
Referee is holding them up. And they do, in fact, give it to Kalen Wade. Kalen Wade splits a lot of defenders and gets through the scrum that's at the line of scrimmage, and he gains what we thought was only going to be a 1-yard pickup, turns into about a 10-yard gain. Fantastic footwork by Kalen Wade to keep those legs moving even until there was a slight bit of daylight. And I'm telling you, it really was. You ever seen a rugby scrum? That's exactly what it was at the line of scrimmage, and he got through it with ease. They're coming back underneath center here. He's going to turn around and hand it to Raquelin Mack. Mack trying to bounce off and get to the outside, and he pushes forward but gets probably back to the line of scrimmage. So this is going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they've had Wade's number tonight. That's 3rd run out of 5 where he had no game.
Yeah.
One fumble.
To me, I think they use Raquelin Mack a little wrong right there. Raquelin Mack is more of a bulldozer. You want him running more downhill than side to side. I would have probably preferred them to send him right up the center, even if it was just for a gain of 1. You know, bashing against those bodies, wearing down the defensive line of Charlotte Catholic. But I'm not the coach. Trips left, Raquelin Mack to his left, Kalen Wade, and a lone receiver to his right. And there's going to be a timeout for Kings Mountain. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Bridges True Value Hardware is a family-owned and operated business conveniently located in downtown Kings Mountain. They remain as focused today on satisfying the needs of their customers as their founding fathers were in the 1880s. Of course, the products they carry have changed over the years, but not their interest in providing quality at a fair price. And no project is too small for their well-trained staff with nearly 200 years of cumulative experience meeting customers and solving problems. If you're tired of the box store experience, give them a try. Bridges Hardware, 301 West King Street, Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-5461.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, Kings Mountain has the ball here on their 3rd offensive possession. 7-0 Catholic on top. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Kings Mountain coming out of the timeout here. 2nd and 11. Charlotte Catholic's defense showing why they're so highly revered in the area.
Back to Keffer Stadium, Jim
Second and 11, Kings Mountain.
So we're going to have another shotgun formation. 2 to the right. Lone receiver down at the bottom of the screen is Kobe Pacehour. Kalen Wade takes it and has to roll out to his right. Pulls up and throws it before he gets to the line of scrimmage. And it's in there for a first down. That was Holden Turner with the reception to get the first down, the tight end. That was great vision by Kalen Wade. He spun out of the pocket as the pressure got to him. You think he's going to take off with his with his legs, but he pulls up as soon as he gets close to the line of scrimmage and beats you with his arm. Hits Turner with the strike, and he's able to do the rest with his legs for the first down. Solid play, solid awareness by Kalen Wade, the quarterback. Solid drive right now again for Kings Mountain. Pistol formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and Kalen Wade is going to have a read play, fakes it to where Kalen Mack goes to the line of scrimmage, but that's where he gets hit, and I think that's as far as he got, right back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
3 minutes as the clock continues to run here in the first quarter. 7-0. Catholic still with the lead. Catholic scored on their first offensive possession of the game. 1 play, 1 touchdown. That's all that they did on their first possession. On their second possession, they 3 and out, and that's why we're here now with this great Kings Mountain drive. Under center, Wade with the play action comes up, throwing across the middle of the field on to Kobe Pacehour, but great defensive play by the defensive back, trying to get a number on him. That is Brian Jacobs, number 21. Brian Jacobs with the great coverage for Charlotte Catholic. That's the strong safety for Charlotte Catholic's defense.
It's third down.
All over Kobe Pacehour as the ball was getting to him. Trips to the left. Kobe Pacehour, lone receiver to the top of the field. Wade looks back. Pocket is broken up. Wade gets to the edge of the left. Throws it to the back end of the end zone. Ill-advised pass. And he's picked off in the end zone. And that's the second turnover of the night for Kings Mountain. Unfortunate, really ill-advised throw. I think Kalen Wade would have done a lot better if he would have just turned upfield and tried to get positive yards with his legs than trying to do it with his arm, because he was throwing across his body. Right-handed player trying to throw back across while he's rolling to his left, and it was picked off in the end zone by Charlotte Catholic. So Charlotte Catholic will now take the ball over at the 20-yard line. Third offensive possession now for Charlotte Catholic. And it's going to be a handoff to McDowell, and McDowell powers his way forward for what looks like a gain of 5.
McDowell on the carry. He's going to pick up 5.
2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 Catholic, still with a 1-touchdown lead. If you ask me, Kings Mountain really left points off the board right there on that drive. I still think that was an ill-advised throw. They had such a great offensive drive going together. Underneath center again is Charlotte Catholic. It's going to be a little pitch play out to the left by Paul Neal, and he is dropped, I think, either for a gain of 1 or right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to put it right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain. This will bring up 3rd down and 4. They gave McDowell a 6-yard gain on the starting run play of this drive.
Presley on the tackle.
Oh, it was in fact a loss of 1. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for Charlotte Catholic.
Score still 7-0. Minute 37 left to play here in the first on the Parker Farm Service scoreboard.
Quick score update for you. High Brighton 7-0 over Shelby right now with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Handoff to McDowell. He's taken out by his legs just as he gets past the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be stopped down short, probably 3 yards of the first down. So this is going to bring up a 4th and 3.
I think they're too deep in their own territory not to punt.
Absolutely. As the punt team comes out for Charlotte Catholic, Chris Britton trots out there deep to return the punt from Charlotte Catholic for Kings Mountain. So far so good on these next 2 defensive possessions Kings Mountain has had following the initial defensive possession where they led up the score to Charlotte Catholic. They've done a great job limiting them to both 3 and outs. Britton's coming up a little bit for this punt, and Chris Britton calls for a fair catch. And we got a flag on the play as it's closer to where Britton is at. We'll see what this call is.
It could have been within a couple of yards of him when he caught it.
Yeah, we'll see what they say. We're going to have a little bit of a meeting of the minds out here on the field between the referees. And it is a block in the back on Kings Mountain, so they're going to back this one up. So we have 41 seconds left in the first quarter, 7-0. Charlotte Catholic with the lead. This is going to be the fourth offensive possession for Kings Mountain. And so far in this first quarter, they already have 2 turnovers. What did we say during the pregame show? We said the turnovers might be the key to this game. And right now, Charlotte Catholic is winning the turnover battle, as there's already been a fumble recovery for Charlotte Catholic and an interception in the end zone. So Kings Mountain definitely left 7 points off the board. High snap, Wade pulls it in, finds Chris Britton on a little bubble play out to his right, and Chris Britton is stopped up maybe for a 3 or 4 yard gain.
He's going to pick up 4 yards on the play.
Was in fact a 4 yard gain. This will bring up 2nd and 6. Clock is still running. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Wouldn't be surprised if Kings Mountain just lets it run out and goes into the second quarter. We'll see what Kings Mountain does. They're coming up to the line right now. Looks like they're going to try and get a playoff before the end of the first quarter. Tries to just draw them off sides, but lets the clock run down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. We're going to flip each side of the field, and we'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales. It's time to get a new Traeger grill from Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Come in out and see the selection. Plus, Hometown Hardware has accessories, flavored pellets, and rubs. And check out the line of case knives. And right now, buy a case knife, and you'll have a chance of winning a case Christmas knife. Hometown Hardware has the largest selection of case knives in this area. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, 7-0. Cougars on top of the Mountaineers here as we start second quarter action. It's going to be a 2nd and 6 for Kings Mountain as they come back out onto the field. This is their 4th offensive possession, and they're hoping this one ends positively. Again, 7-0. Charlotte Catholic with the lead. Shotgun, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Kalen Wade takes the snap and runs, keeps it for himself. He gets smacked, but he's able to gain maybe an extra 2 or 3 yards on the play, so this will bring up a 3rd and manageable. Looks like they're going to mark him for a 3rd and 3.
Tackle made by Billy Brewer for the Cougars.
7-0 Catholic on top of the Mountaineers. 3rd and 3, 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Kings Mountain on their own 32-yard line. 2 to the right, 2 to his right, 1 to the top of the screen. Kalen Wade, play action, looks for Turner, and it hits him in the hand and falls incomplete. So to bring up 4th down and 3, Kings Mountain will send the punt team back out onto the field to punt it away to Charlotte Catholic.
They could have easily thrown a quick slant to Britton in the slot. Nobody lined up on him at all.
That necessarily wasn't too bad of a throw either. Just a little bit behind him. He let it hit him in his hands, Turner did, but just was unable to haul it in.
Yeah, it's that tight end seam. It was a good play call, good pass, just didn't catch it, or it would have worked out.
Kings Mountain getting ready to punt it away. Punt is up. And it is fielded at the 41-yard line for the Catholics, and he cuts across field. There's a flag on the play, probably blocking the back, as he was able to get a large amount of yardage on the return. But there is a flag back around the 45-yard line of the Charlotte Catholic area.
And it's going to be a block in the back.
Brian Jacobs on the return.
This one is probably coming back more than likely. And it was, in fact, a block in the back on Charlotte Catholic. So what was a huge gain is going to be brought back to about the 30-yard line for Catholic.
Block in the back on the return team.
We'll see where they place this ball. Moves it to the 35. So moves it to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Catholic. 7-0. 11 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Under center is Catholic. McDowell in the backfield. They're going to turn around and hand it off to McDowell. So he fights forward for, looks like, a gain of 6. McDowell's a big running back. He's only a junior, listed at 6'1", 205. That's a big running back. So they did, in fact, give him a gain of 6. No, a gain of 7, so it's 2nd and 3. Wow, that was a generous spot. 2nd and 3 for Charlotte Catholic. Under center again, man in motion across. Going to be a handoff again to McDowell. McDowell makes the initial tackle miss, gets to the 1st down marker, and looks like he's going to be enough for a 1st down.
He's going to pick up the necessary 4 yards.
And it is, in fact, a 1st down for Charlotte Catholic. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left. 7-0 before we get to halftime. Catholic looking to just control the ball as they come out again under center with McDowell alone in the backfield by himself. And we've got a little bit of movement, play action, and it's throwing off his back foot to a wide open number 42, and he's able to use his speed and get in there for a touchdown for Charlotte Catholic. That was Michael Neal pulling in the touchdown for Charlotte Catholic. He just got behind the safeties, and Chris Walton just laid it out there for him just to go and get. It was a little bit behind him, but he used his speed to get away from the safeties. And that makes it a quick 13-0. Quick 13-0 Charlotte Catholic here. Both times Charlotte Catholic has scored tonight has been off of 2 big plays. Big plays. Something Kings Mountain needs to watch out for is the big play Charlotte Catholic looks like they're trying to hit. It was successful right there. PAT is up, and that makes it a quick 14-0. Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. 10 minutes to go before the halftime. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay 0 money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, 55-yard strike down the field through the air for Charlotte Catholic makes the score now 14-0. 10 minutes and 5 seconds before halftime. Charlotte Catholic lining up to kick it off to Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain is trying to find something positive to work on offense as they're getting ready to take over for the 5th time tonight on offense. Ussery takes it at the 20-yard line. Tried to find some daylight and is dropped at about the 25-yard line.
On the return.
So Kings Mountain coming out onto the field, seeing what they can do here. What's really hurt Kings Mountain tonight is there's been two key turnovers. First turnover was a fumble, which Charlotte Catholic recovered and was able to score on the very next play to make it 7-0. And then there was an interception in the end zone that could have been 7 for Kings Mountain. So Mack gets the handoff out of the shotgun from Kalen Wade, and where Kalen Mack gets out for maybe a gain of 5 or 6 yards on the play. Solid run by Mack.
He's going to pick up 6. Adam Roby on the stop. 2nd and 4 now. The 32-yard line.
Shotgun. Kobe Pacehour lined up far receiver to his left as it's him and Chris Britton. Close was one, and he hits Kobe Pacehour for a short slant, but it looks like it's going to be right at the first down marker. We'll see if they give him a favorable spot for the first down. And they did, in fact, give him a great spot, as that is enough for a first down. So 1st and 10, Kings Mountain. 9 minutes and 13 seconds left before the half. 14-0 Catholic on top. Pistol formation for Kings Mountain. 2 to his right, 1 to his left is Kalen Wade. Wade's going to let Kalen Mack take this one up the gut. Stopped really early, but pushes forward for enough, maybe a 2-yard gain on the play. So this should bring up 2nd and 8. Looks like they're going to give him 3 yards, so this is going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Liam Barbie and Ari Rodriguez making a stop.
2nd and 7 for Kings Mountain.
2nd and 7 from the 39.
Slowly and surely trying to get in a rhythm here, as it's another pistol formation for Kings Mountain. Lone receiver to his left is Pacehour, and he's looking his way, gets past the defender, but just led Pacehour a little bit too much, as that gets past Pacehour for an incompletion. This will bring up now 3rd and 7. Really a 3rd and long right here for Kings Mountain. Try and keep it as manageable as you can. Anything after 5, maybe like a 3rd and 4, it would be a little bit easier, but now you're here in a 3rd and 7 position, down 14-0. 8 minutes before we go to half. Kings Mountain really is looking to find something here. Under center is Kalen Wade. He turns around, play action. Looks to set up the screen for Mack, and Mack is hit before he can even pull it in. And that's going to bring up the 4th down, and the punt team will come on the field for Kings Mountain. And Charlotte special teams will come out, or Charlotte Catholic special teams will come out on the field as well. Solid defense being played by Charlotte Catholic.
Breaking up the pass. It's 4th down, punting situation. It's going to bring on John Harmon Belt with punt. Brian Jacob for a drop back.
If Kings Mountain can play great defense for the rest of this half and go into halftime and make some adjustments, we might be able to have ourselves more of a ball game here. But right now, Charlotte Catholic is just having their way on the defensive side. Low punt, and it hits a Kings Mountain player in the back, and they're going to just down it at the 38-yard line. I'm sorry, the 34-yard line of Charlotte Catholic.
Punt is down at the 33-yard line.
33-yard line. I was close, man. I'm real close.
Multiples of 5.
Yep, I know. So from the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for Charlotte Catholic. Again, they're going to have McDowell in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to McDowell. Huge hole, makes a few miss, and gets forward for a gain of, looks like 5, where his forward progress was stopped, maybe 6. This is going to bring up probably a 2nd and 4. Little sidestepping action in the trenches was McDowell, and he was able to make a few wimpy tacklers miss. Gained about 6 on the play, so it is in fact going to be 2nd and 4.
Damian Wilson. Isaac Watson.
They now have McDowell as a fullback, as they now have Paul Neal as the halfback. And Neal gets it and is stopped maybe for a yard as he falls forward. Maybe 2 yards. Looks like they're going to give him 2 yards, and is in fact going to bring up 3rd and 2. 7 minutes left as the clock continues to run. 14-0 Catholic on top before we go to the half.
3rd and 1 Cougars now from the 42-yard line.
Kings Mountain's defense has played particularly well between the tackles. So we'll see, as this is a huge 3rd down, and they gave him 3 yards. It's 3rd and 1. Under center, and there's a flag on the play, and it was a, let's see what the call is. I think they're trying to say it was a delay of game, and it was a delay of game on the offense as they're going to back this one up. It is now going to be, what is a 3rd and 6. So instead of it being a 3rd and 1, it is now 3rd and 6 off the delay of game for Charlotte Catholic. Playbooks opened up a little bit more for Catholic. They were looking to just do a little quarterback sneak. Now they're back under center with McDowell as the lone tailback. Player in motion, and it's going to be a play action looking across in the flat, and they're able to hit number 42 with the pass. That is Michael Neal, and he is in fact going to be short by maybe 2 or 3 yards. He is in fact short by about 3 yards, so Charlotte Catholic is going to send their punt team onto the field.
And that means Drew Murray is going to come on to punt.
Kings Mountain looking to return it. Chris Britton is deep, standing at about his 20-yard line. So this is another good defensive stop for Kings Mountain. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left here before the half. 14-0. Catholic leads. The punt is away, and it's a high punt, and it's deep, and Britton just fair catches it. And he's going to have it at about his 14-yard line. Jason, what do you think Kings Mountain needs to do on this offensive drive to get it going? Because we can see after that 3rd offensive possession where he threw the interception, they've gone stagnant. They really have. That was a great drive, and then he throws the interception in the end zone, and now they look a little stagnant. What's something that they really need to try and do here to get on down the field, and if anything, get a field goal?
Well, yeah, they just need to do ball control and, ball security. Had a couple turnovers that killed them. Just hang on to the ball. If they get into the red zone, turn it into some kind of points, like you say.
Kalen Wade takes the snap, reads, and keeps it himself. Goes in between the tackles for maybe a gain of 2. This will bring up 2nd and 8. So Kings Mountain, they've kept the ball on the ground a lot with Kalen Wade. You got to wonder, as many hits as he's already taken this year, if these are going to start taking a toll on him, because Kings Mountain is not really getting a lot of blocking in front of him, as he's kind of limping on his left foot after that hit. It's going to be 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Wade looks back, hits Kobe Pacehour for a bubble screen. He makes one miss and gets to the edge. He is stuck, but for a gain of maybe 6 yards, this should bring up a 3rd and 4. Or no, it's 3 yards. I still thought they had 10 yards to go. So it goes from a 2nd and 8 to a 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down!
So this is another 3rd down that Kings Mountain has to work with. Catholic has been great on 3rd down defense all night. So 3rd and 5, Wade's looking, flushed out of the pocket, hits Kalen Mack in the flat, and Mack is brought down maybe for a gain of 1. And that'll bring out the Kings Mountain punt team, and Kalen Wade is favoring his ankle as he's jogging off the field. Not a good sign if you're Kings Mountain. Not a good sign at all. 4 minutes, clock is still running. 4th down, and he actually got back to the line of 2 yards, so 4th down and 3. Kings Mountain's punting it away to Charlotte Catholic. Catholic's line got their deep man at around the 50-yard line. Low snap, picked up and punted through the air. Awful punt as it came off the inside of his foot and will roll out at about the 42-yard line of the Kings Mountain side of the field. Oh, it looks like maybe the 43. Yeah, it's about the 43-yard line. So Charlotte Catholic will take over in Kings Mountain's territory. Not something you wanted to see if you were Kings Mountain. You've played good so far on defense on the last possession. You got to hope that it rolls over onto this possession as well. Under center again. Fake pitch, and it's an end-around play to number 42. That's Michael Neal, and he stopped. About 2-yard gain on the play, so bring up about 2nd and 8. Clock is still running underneath 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 14-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain here. Be sure to stick around for halftime for our Hometown Hardware halftime show. We'll give you a little bit of a breakdown on what's been happening here this first half and what we think needs to happen for Kings Mountain to make a comeback in this game. Under 3 minutes now. Handoff to Neal, the other Neal, as he's dropped at a line of scrimmage. That was Paul Neal. Loss of about 1 yard as we bring up 3rd and 9, so a long 3rd down here for Charlotte Catholic. We'll see if Kings Mountain can have bend, don't break defense right here. Kings Mountain trying to get the ball back before halftime. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, clock still running, 14-0. McDowell, lone running back in the backfield, under center again. Neal in motion is going to be play action, and he's throwing back across the field to number 5, and there's in fact a flag on the play because there was holding, and they're going to bring this one back. Even though he was able to get in the end zone, there was offensive holding. He was way too open right there. There was offensive holding against Charlotte Catholic. Bring that one back. He did, in fact, get into the end zone. That was Adam Robe who got the reception, but it's going to be coming back. And it is, in fact, holding.
On the offense. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
So it's going to back them up. Repeat 3rd down. So now it's going to be a long 3rd down, 3rd and 19. If you're Kings Mountain, now you kind of have a look into their playbook. They're not afraid to look one way and come right back the other way with a little bubble screen pass. He had a lot of daylight in front of him. Of course, part of that was because of the holding play on the outside. But you got to watch that if you're Kings Mountain going forward into this game. 3rd down and 19. Trips to the right, under center is Walton. Walton comes up under center. Pockets broke down. Walton gets out. He's got blocking in front of him, and he gets enough maybe for the 1st down. We'll see, and it is in fact enough for the 1st down. And it was about 2-3 yards over the 1st down marker. Kings Mountain was trying to play prevent defense right there. Linebackers were gone, and everybody was deep. He just had enough room to step up in the pocket and go through and use his legs for the 1st down. So 1st down and 10 for the Cougars as they just erased what was a 3rd and 19. So this will bring up 1st and 10. Whistle before the play. Timeout, Kings Mountain. 1:42 to go before the half. 14-0. Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, Kings Mountain just took a timeout. Charlotte Catholic is driving on their on Kings Mountain's 23, so they're pushing and pushing closer and closer to the red zone. 14-0 Catholic leads. Got a minute 42 before the half. Minute 42 before the half. If Kings Mountain's defense can hold out strong here and get into the half without letting up any more points, it'd be a good time to go over some things to do, a little bit of halftime adjustments to come out here and be a little bit more competitive in the second half. Under center again is Walton. McDowell, the lone back, man in motion, and they're just going to hand it off to McDowell. He gets maybe a yard or two on the carry as he goes up between the tackles. And it is only a gain of 1. It's going to be bringing up 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. There's a flag. Looks like this a little bit of extracurricular activity. Kings Mountain's clapping. I think it's going to be on Charlotte Catholic.
Dead ball foul after the play. They wait the signal.
It was, in fact, on Charlotte Catholic. It is an unsportsmanlike penalty on Catholic, so this will back them up 15 yards. So bring up a long second down. Score update for you. Shelby, High Brighton, 7-7. 7-7 is the score between Shelby and High Brighton. Those of you keeping up with that 2A matchup out in High Brighton. Rooting for the Shelby Golden Lions, 7-7, tied up with High Brighton. 2nd down and 24 to go for Charlotte Catholic after a huge unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Minute 26, 14-0 Catholic on top. Trying to turn something out of this huge penalty for Catholic, and he's going to come up out of center throwing, trying to set up the screenplay, and it was read by Kings Mountain. All over him was Rice Wilson. Rice Wilson read that like a book and was all over the intended receiver as it was dropped to bring up 3rd down and 24. We've seen it, though, already. Charlotte Catholic was able to convert a 3rd down and 19. If you're Kings Mountain here, yes, it's okay to play a little bit of prevent defense, but you have got to spy this quarterback because he was able to gain about 21 yards when they needed those 19 yards on 3rd down. So we'll see what happens here. It's about the same lineup or same receiving core they had for the last 3rd down play. Trips to his right, and it is a breakdown in the pocket, and it is tipped and underthrown by Charlotte Catholic. Walton's pass was short by maybe 2 or 3 yards. Great penetration by the Kings Mountain's defense. And it is going to bring up 4th down.
Kings Mountain takes over on down.
Takes over on down. Was that? What did they? I don't believe that's correct. I think it's a 4th down right here and not quite a. I guess they lost a down with the unsportsmanlike conduct.
I think there's some confusion.
Yeah, I think Charlotte
lost it down.
I think they
did. I was
did
looking at the marker.
Because think about it. It was a dead ball foul. I think that they then implement that it's 3rd down. Yeah, so it was 4th down. I was looking at the board. We weren't the only ones that were confused in here, so it was, in fact, 4th down. And it was a 4th down, in fact, so it's going to be a turnover on downs. There's a turnover on downs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what we're talking about here, we did think it was a 3rd down there, and they missed the throw to bring up what is 4th down. Reason why it was 4th down on that play is the dead ball foul that happened for the unsportsmanlike conduct did not say they replay 2nd down. They went straight to 3rd. And we have got a timeout before the play by Kings Mountain by Catholic. It was a whole bunch of a little bit of a mess here, but we're getting it all situated out. So 1st and 10, Kings Mountain, when we come back after these commercial break, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain or online at countrycamping.com.
And we're back here at Charlotte Catholic High School where Kings Mountain will take over on turnover on downs after a huge confusing couple of plays there for Charlotte Catholic. But we're all settled up here as it is indeed first down. The Kings Mountain Mountaineers, they'll take over on their 37-yard line. Another score update for you. Shelby is on top of High Brighton 14-7. The Golden Lions are on top of High Brighton 14-7. So Kings Mountain taking over, trips to the left for Kalen Wade. Kobe Paceauer, lone receiver to his right. He's looking again for a quick bubble play to Chris Britton, and he's able to get forward for maybe a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. Kings Mountain has had a lot of success tonight with those bubble screens. But this is also now gone under a minute, so 50 seconds left before halftime, 14-0 Catholic with the lead. Kings Mountain in the huddle. There's no, looks like they're not even trying to rush up to the line. They're letting clock run off as well. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Kalen Wade rolls out to his right, looking to throw the ball, and he's got an opening, and he pump fakes and pulls it back down. And he gets on the ground for maybe a gain of 3 or 4, as we're now underneath 20 seconds left before half.
Timeout.
And timeout has, in fact, been called. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this message, KTCBroadcasting.com.
For a friendly hometown experience and the purchase of your next vehicle, see Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. They have no managers, just leaders in the automotive industry that give you the personal touch you need. You get the same big market discounts, but with a friendly hometown experience. The same applies to their parts and service department with free estimates, custom paint and repairs on all makes and models. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com.
Back here, Charlotte Catholic High School, Keffer Stadium, Jim Otto Field, where Catholic is on top of Kings Mountain 14-0.
Cougar fans.
Kings Mountain offense has been struggling all night. They've had 2 turnovers so far. One of them was a fumble on their opening drive of the game, and another one was an interception caught in the end zone by after an ill-advised throw by Kalen Wade. So turnovers for Kings Mountain has been a problem this first half. 20 seconds to go. Kalen Wade takes the snap. He tries to step up in the pocket, and there's a face mask. I believe that's what they're going to call, as there was a flag on the play. I think it was indeed a face mask on Kalen Wade, what they're going to call, as he stepped up in the pocket. He was taken down. It was right in front of the referee. And instead, they're going to get Kings Mountain for a hold. I thought that they grabbed him pretty high. But the referees said they can see better than I can. So they're going to mark this off. 15 seconds left before the half, 14-0 Charlotte Catholic. And Charlotte Catholic has scored off of big plays off their first play of the game on offense for Charlotte Catholic. They scored, and it was a huge 50, and then the next time they scored was a 55-yard pass. So they're really beneficiaries of the big play right now, Charlotte Catholic is, but their defense has played really well, and they're just going to let this one run off, and we're going to take this game to halftime, 14-0 Charlotte Catholic with the lead. We will be back after these messages with our Hometown Hardware halftime show. Do not go anywhere, folks. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Tires, and more tires. New tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amico in Kings Mountain. Located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amico has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do all types of automotive repair, from an oil change to a tune-up to brake repair. And they are a North Carolina inspection station. That's Parker's BP Amico in Kings Mountain, a proud supporter of Kings Mountain Mountaineer football. Get your yard ready for fall and winter with a stop at Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Right now is the time to plant your grass seed and put out your fertilizer and light. And while you're there, see their huge selection of warded pumpkins. That's right, decorative warded pumpkins, plus fall mums and even Indian corn. Great decorations for your home. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or see Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain. You could be the next satisfied customer at S&R Auto Sales in Shelby. Come in now and check out the huge selection of late model, pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more. And with a low down payment, you could be riding today. Come in for all the details, and chances are you'll be the next satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby, online at srautosales.com. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. That's S&R Auto Sales.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain, or online at countrycamping.com.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. Your husband has coyote fever.
Coyote fever?
Yes, he's obviously learned of the hot deals going on now at your local Coyote tractor dealer.
Is this serious?
Very serious. Now's the best time to buy one of the best-selling tractors on the market. If you care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great deals on all implements, too.
Your Coyote dealer is West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vail. Luz Fish Box in Kings Mountain is celebrating 50 years of business. That's right, 50 years. They got to be doing something right. Just think of the thousands they have served in the past 50 years. And check out their weekly specials. Tuesday, large whiting plate with all the trimmings, $6.99. Wednesdays, their flounder plate with all the trimmings, $7.99. Thursdays, it's their 8-ounce hamburger steak plate, peppers and onions, mushroom gravy, choice of potato, slaw or salad, and hush puppies, only $5.99. Luz Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Do you know what Putnam Distributors sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com. The most popular flooring sold today is the new LVT waterproof flooring, and it's now on sale at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Now you can buy the new LVT waterproof flooring for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. And they do free estimates with installation available. See Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors on East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia for your new LVT waterproof flooring. Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay zero money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, zero money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
Every morning is different for everybody. Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just getting home from the night shift. Pam runs a PR and a 5K, while Drew runs late to work. Beth proposes a road trip to her boyfriend, while Mark proposes to his girlfriend. Luckily, there's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your morning with a rich, smooth, and freshly brewed McCafe coffee. And now, get any size for just $1 at McDonald's. Limited time offer. Price of participation may vary. A la carte only.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You don't pull a mask off an old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, 14-0. Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain here with part of the Hometown Hardware halftime show. Hunter Yancey, Jason Sane. Jason, it's been a whole lot of Charlotte Catholic defense tonight. We haven't been able to say a lot about this Kings Mountain offense. They've had spurts. They've had spurts where their offense has looked really good. A lot of it because of Caitlin Wade's legs. But what do you think Kings Mountain really has to do right here to get back in this game and prevent it from really the lead extending to what more it could be?
They need to put up more total offense. They've had one decent drive, maybe two, if you depending on what you call decent. Definitely got into the red zone one time. Should have come away with some points and didn't. Ended in a turnover, second turnover of the game. So 2 turnovers in the first half. Got to protect the ball a little more, and not even quite 100 yards of total offense there. So got to put more yardage together, some more first downs, and if they can score next coming out of the locker room, they might be back in this game. But as it stands, down 14-0 here at halftime.
14-0 is the score, and I just want to point this out. For those of you that have been listening, for a majority of the game, Kings Mountain defense has really played well. It's just the big play that they've given up. Those 14 points both came off of big plays. The first offensive play of the game for Charlotte Catholic ended up in a rushing touchdown, and it was every bit a 35-yard rushing touchdown. They were out here at the 30-yard line where they picked up that's where they picked up the fumble. That was the first turnover of the game for Kings Mountain. But then the next big play for Charlotte Catholic that happened was a 55-yard strike down the center of the field for a touchdown. They've done it so far on the ground and through the air, just a big play. But but with me saying that, the only reason Charlotte Catholic is up is the big play. That's so we can shed some light that Kings Mountain's defense has really not played bad at all tonight.
No, other than giving up the 2 big plays. Just a little over 100 yards, about 130 yards total for Charlotte Catholic. But the 2 scores, again, one of them coming off a costly turnover to start the game.
So, Kings Mountain's defense has nothing really to hang their head on. They just really need to come out here really at halftime and say, okay, we're only down 14-0 because of 2 big plays. How can we limit the big plays? How can we come out here and impose our will still, because they've been able to get a lot of pressure up the center on the defensive line, but how can we set the edges? How can we play better in the secondary? Because that's where they really need to work for themselves, because that's where the initial rushing touchdown was. He got to the edge and was able to cut upfield and use his speed, and the same thing on the 55-yard touchdown pass is he just used his speed after. He got behind the secondary. The safeties weren't quite paying attention, and what was so bad is he had to slow down to catch the ball because it was slightly underthrown, and he still used the speed to get past them. So this is just the little things Kings Mountain has to do defensively. This is not a huge lead. It's only 2 touchdowns. If Kings Mountain comes out and scores once, it's 14-7. If their defense can continue to play how it played towards the end of the half. So, this game is still anybody's, even though the score says otherwise for Catholic. It's just I want to see what kind of offensive adjustments Kings Mountain makes coming out here against a really stout Charlotte Catholic defense that I've seen so far doesn't really have much of a weakness. They're good in the secondary, and they're good in the front 7.
Yeah, they definitely have a solid defense. It's kind of what we knew coming in, and scoreless here in the first half. So they showed up so far. Hopefully we've worn them down a little bit, find a little more success, maybe a little more running room between the tackles in the second half. and Paysauer can maybe find a little space there in the open field.
So far, Kings Mountain on offense, though, what's really worked for them has been little bubble screens, whether it's the Kobe Paysauer or Chris Britton getting the ball in their hands fast and just letting them do the work with their legs, where I think Kings Mountain, and you can agree with me or disagree with me on this as well, you know, Raquelin Mack had the costly fumble early in the game, but so far when he runs the ball, I know he doesn't get huge yards, but it's little chunk yards, maybe 2 yards here, 3 yards here, but what I like about it the most is he's beating down and wearing down this defensive line that's so good for Charlotte Catholic. I don't know, maybe that's something that they need to do just to set a little bit of momentum, maybe to set a little bit of pace on their drives. Is that something that you would see as them leaning a little bit more on Raquelin Mack this second half?
Only if they're able to pick up some first downs on the ground. Got to move the chains, or else, you know, you're just, for the sake of wearing the defense down, you might be able to make a little dent. But what you want to do is keep them on the field.
Yeah.
And, you know, pound it in there maybe once every series, twice if you get some good yardage on that first attempt. And the main thing is he's had 7 attempts. And like I said, he's had good chunk yardage. He's had 5, 6 yard runs, but nothing more than 6. And there have been 3 instances where he was stopped for no gain. That's the main concern.
I think he's somebody that they really need to lean on to take a little bit of the pressure off Kalen Wade, because like I said, Kalen Wade took a shot there towards the end of the end of the half on the drive before, and he was limping. I mean, he was coming off a little bit sore, and we know what Kalen Wade is. I mean, he's a great dual-threat player, but if your legs are starting to get wore out just from taking a beating, I mean, it's going to wear down you when you try and throw the ball as well. I just think it's something Kings Mountain really needs to look to take a little bit of a pressure off of Kalen Wade, and if they can get a little bit of those chunk plays, maybe it'll open up the play action. You know, there's just so much that they need to do because we haven't seen like you said, a whole lot of offense from them anyways in the first half. About 2 minutes out from the start of the second half, 14-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. Another score update we just wanted to give you. Didn't know if you'd heard, but we were going to say it again. 14-7, Shelby on top of High Brighton. We got that about 18 minutes ago. Score may have changed, but that was the last update we had. Shelby on top of High Brighton, 14-7. What we're going to do is we're going to take our final commercial break right here, the half, and when we come back out, it is going to be the second half of play. Thank you for listening to the Hometown Hardware Halftime Show. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
'Tis the season for savings at Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain. Join us now through December 12th for our 12 Days of Savings Sale. Our unbelievable deals will fill you with joy, like 35% off MSRP on a 2019 Primetime RV Navy with full bath, or a 2018 Coachman RV Freedom Express Blast Toy Hauler. Don't wait, these year-end specials won't last long. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersinn.com today. Exit 8 off I-85. Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia is now your E-Z-Go golf cart dealer. Come in and get yours today. And for a limited time, buy an E-Z-Go golf cart and get 0% financing for 48 months. Come on in for all of the details. But that's not all. In addition to Yamaha and Polaris, Full Throttle Power Sports is now your Arctic Cat dealer. Take advantage of their Rush to Ride sales event with rebates of up to $1,500. Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk-In Law, online at ncfullthrottle.com.
You thought the beef and cheddar couldn't get any more delicious. And then Arby's added bacon to it. And you thought, oh, okay, but it can't get any better than that. And then Arby's made them 2 for $6. And then you thought, okay, but no, it can't get any better than that. And you were right. The bacon, beef, and cheddar, 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
For a friendly hometown experience in the purchase of your next vehicle, see Classic Ford Lincoln in Shelby. They have no managers, just leaders in the automotive industry that give you the personal touch you need. You get the same big market discounts, but with a friendly hometown experience. The same applies to their parts and service department with free estimates, custom paint and repairs on all makes and models. Classic Ford Lincoln, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com. Buy more, save more. at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday. Bill Shuford Heating and Air and American Standard presents the American Standard Set the Standard event. Now through November 30th, get up to $1,000 in discounts on qualifying American Standard equipment, or get 0% APR financing with 60 equal monthly payments, plus many more special Set the Standard event offers. See Bill Shuford Heating and Air for all the details. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby. Call 704-484-0025.
Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff?
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, teams are taking the field. It's warming up, coming out of halftime, just trying to stretch it out, get loose again. Hunter Yancey, Jason Sane with the call here. We got about a minute before kickoff starts for the second half. 14-0, Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain here. Thank you guys for listening when we were a part of our Hometown Hardware halftime show. We're now back to the main action. Kings Mountain has got a little bit of an uphill to climb. 14-0. It's not something that they can't do. We've seen all year that Kings Mountain in the second half, they've been able to put up a lot of points. At one time, they were down to Forest View, but when they came out at the end of the game, they had 63 points. So Kings Mountain, they do not shy away from putting up offensive numbers in the second half. If anything, it's almost just as helpful for them to see what they're dealing with in the first half and make the adjustments they need on the offensive side. Defensive side so far, Kings Mountain has not played awful. I know the scoreboard shows 14-0. Charlotte Catholic's just been the beneficiary of two big plays. One of them was a 55-yard strike down the field through the air, and the other one was about a 30-yard run that they hit the right side edge and was able to get home using speed. So if you're Kings Mountain, it's nothing to hang your head on right now. Still 2 quarters of football left to be played. A lot of time on the scoreboard as we're counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this second half's getting ready to get rolling. Kings Mountain, because they received at the beginning of the game, will be kicking off. So Charlotte Catholic will be receiving to start the second half. Jason, you think it's going to be a little bit different narrative here in the second half?
If Kings Mountain manages to score first, it kind of comes down to momentum. It's just been a real tight game so far, and again, 2 big plays, take those away, and it's nothing more or less. So Kings Mountain can manage to score next. I think that goes a long way, but if not, that puts them down 3 scores to a pretty good team with a good defense. Yeah. So I think it's important that they get the ball back from Charlotte Catholic without letting them score, and manage to get the next score themselves.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
wouldn't even have to be right away with it only being 14 points, but just they do need to score next.
You're right. I agree. And I think that's something that Kings Mountain is able to do, like I said. But before we talk about this, Kings Mountain's defense overall has not played horrible.
They can definitely have a big play, just like
Charlotte
Catholic.
Got
to get the ball back first, though. It'll be important to keep Charlotte Catholic off the board this drive.
Yep. And the kick is away, and we're going to start this third quarter action. Shallow kick to about the 25-yard line. Fielded. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Gets across the 50 to the 40. Stiff arm, and he's pushed out of bounds by Ussery at about the 40. Let's see what they marked it. Close to the 45-yard line in Kings Mountain territory. So a short kickoff by Kings Mountain was taken all the way down to their 45-yard line. So Charlotte Catholic already in Kings Mountain territory. Charlotte Catholic coming out under center again.
Yeah, they keep the whole formation in tight.
It's going to be a handoff to McDowell. McDowell is hit at the line. He gets maybe a yard just because he was falling forward, so it's probably going to be now a 2nd and 9. So far, Kings Mountain between the tackles on defense has been very stout. But it's on the edge and in the secondary where they really need to watch it. It's where they've been burnt both big plays today. So far so good up the center. Need to set the edges and the secondary. Under center again, McDowell in the backfield. Man in motion, it's going to be a McDowell again. He's initially hit in the backfield, bounces off, and dives forward maybe for a yard on the play, so this will bring up 3rd and 7. They jump forward. They say he got about 2 yards. This is going to bring up 3rd and 6. 32-yard line where Charlotte Catholic is at. 10 minutes, 50 seconds, 14-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain.
3rd and 6 now for the Cougars.
Catholic is really confused. Running back ran off the field, and they're telling him to get back on the field, and everybody's kind of got their hands in the air. Catholic's going to take a timeout to try and get this figured out, and with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this message, KTCBroadcasting.com.
At Brinkley Financial Group, financial planning is about more than investing for retirement. It's about building a relationship with money that enables you to greet whatever life throws at you with confidence and peace of mind. That relationship can begin today with a call to Brinkley Financial Group. Brinkley Financial Group is a family-run business, and they understand what all your hard work and worry is about. Start planning today with one call to Brinkley Financial Group, 704-423-9690. Brinkley Financial Group. They can only succeed when you do.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, Charlotte Catholic coming out of their first time out of the half. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, 14-0. Huge 3rd down and 7 for Catholic. They had a lot of question marks in the air before they took the field on that timeout. Didn't really know what play they were going to run. Now they seem to know it's going to be a play action. And it's just a strike down the center of the field. And it's pulled in at about the 2-yard line. Huge play there, pulled in at the 2-yard line by Michael Neal. Second time Michael Neal was hit for a long drive. And again, that's just something we talked about. Kings Mountain really needed to look forward to stopping in the second half was just a big play. And they let up a big play right there. Down the center of the field, Paul Neal pulls it in at about the 2-yard line. Diving catch, solid play by Neal. Defender all in Walton's face as well as he made that throw. McDowell is in the backfield, and McDowell was stopped at about the 2-yard line. I think he only got to the line of scrimmage.
McDowell is your ball carrier. He's going to be stopped short.
So this is going to bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. And they're bringing in the big boys. Going to have some big blockers up front for Charlotte Catholic as they try and punch it in. They are, in fact, only on the 1-yard line. So 1 yard out from the end zone is Charlotte Catholic. They do, in fact, have the big boys in front of McDowell as blockers. Oh, and they didn't call it. It was a false start. They didn't call a false start, but they let them get it off, and it was a touchdown for the Cougars. How was that not a false start call? That was as blatant as day. I mean, touchdown for Charlotte Catholic, but it was the fullback moved completely out of position. Ladies and gentlemen, listening on the Kings Mountain side, I'm not going to take away from the big play that got him there, but that was a missed false start as the PAT is good, and that is going to make the score 21-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. I'm going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back after this message, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Bridges True Value Hardware is a family-owned and operated business conveniently located in downtown Kings Mountain. They remain as focused today on satisfying the needs of their customers as their founding fathers were in the 1880s. Of course, the products they carry have changed over the years, but not their interest in providing quality at a fair price. And no project is too small for their well-trained staff. with nearly 200 years of cumulative experience meeting customers and solving problems. If you're tired of the box store experience, give them a try. Bridges Hardware, 301 West King Street, Kings Mountain. Call 704-739-5461.
Back here, Charlotte Catholic High School, 21-0 Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. Charlotte Catholic all of a huge shot down the center of the field. Got him to the 1 yard line. And then on a 2nd and 1, a big miss on a false start allowed them to get into the end zone. Ussery takes the short kick and gets forward across the 50-yard line.
Brought down by the kicker.
Brought down, yep, by the last man, the kicker at the 45-yard line. So let's see if that lights a little bit of a spark underneath this offense for Kings Mountain. 21-0 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain here.
Tackle made by number 7, Drew Murray.
A lot of time left, 9 minutes, 21-0. 9 minutes still in this third quarter, and then a whole nother quarter. We'll see if Kings Mountain can string together something on offense. Kalen Wade dancing around, looking for someone to throw it to, launches it deep. And it's caught, but they say he was out of bounds.
Was well out of bounds.
Great effort. Great effort by Mr. Davidson of Kings Mountain to go and track that ball. Unfortunately, was just out of bounds. Kalen Wade is dancing around in the backfield a whole lot, just looking to make some play with his arm. Shotgun, 2 to his right, 1 to his left, and he's just going to hand it to Kalen Mack up the center. And he gets maybe a yard or 2 on the play. So bring up a 3rd down and long.
He's going to pick up about a yard.
So this looks like it's 3rd down and 9. Kings Mountain, another long 3rd down situation. They've seen this multiple times tonight. 2 to his left, 1 to his right, where Kalen Mack lined up right next to him. Kalen Wade looking to take a shot at Kobe Pacehour, and he gets Pacehour. Great thread of the needle. Pacehour is able to get the 1st down and step out of bounds. He got about 2 or 3 yards past the 1st down where he made the initial catch. Tried to make a move and stepped out of bounds. This will bring the ball down to the 33-32 yard line for Kings Mountain. So they're marching right there. That was a great 3rd down conversion. Well needed by Kings Mountain. 2 to his left. It's another shotgun formation where Kalen Mack bounces outside to his left and is pushing forward, and he gets about 3 or 4 on the play. Something that you like to see as well as a Kings Mountain fan is getting where Kalen Mack kind of going here. Kind of takes some of the pressure off Kalen Wade to use his legs so much. That'd be nice to see for Kings Mountain. So on that gain, it'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Barbie, Ty Foley on the stop. 2nd and 7, Kings Mountain for the Cougar 29.
2nd and 7. They called him a little short than I saw. Wade, shotgun. Pocket has broken down. Wade rolling out to his right. Throws down the field. Kobe Pacehour high points it, and he is stopped at the 1 yard line. What a play by Kobe Pacehour to go up and pull that ball in. Ladies and gentlemen, we know he's special, and he made a play right there. I thought that the cornerback was going to jump that and pick it off. It hung in the air just enough, but Kobe Pacehour was able to get up a little bit higher and pull it down. And I thought he was going to make a move for the end zone, Jason, but they were good job by Charlotte Catholic to stop him at the 1 yard line.
It looked
now.
like for a minute it rolled into it, but they were down there on the goal line.
I
had a much
thought
better
he did.
view. So
Kalen Wade under center, and they're just going to push forward, and Kalen Wade is able to get across for the touchdown, and Kings Mountain is on the board. So 2 good passing plays, a little bit of running by Kalen Mack, and to cap it off was Kalen Wade getting up and under some blocking for a 1 yard touchdown run. We saw him do it 4 times last week against Northwest Cabarrus, and he's in there for the first time tonight. Point after pending so far. It's nice to see Kings Mountain's on the board now. Jason, that's something that they really needed. Point after is up. and it is in. It is now 21-7, 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third quarter. 21-7, Charlotte Catholic. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
'Tis the season for savings at Campers Inn RV of Kings Mountain. Join us now through December 12th for our 12 days of savings sale. Our unbelievable deals will fill you with joy, like 35% off MSRP on a 2019 Primetime RV Navy with full bath, or a 2018 Coachman RV Freedom Express Blast Toy Hauler. Don't wait, these year-end specials won't last long. Visit Campers Inn RV, the RVer's trusted resource, or campersinn.com today. Exit 8 off I-85.
Back here, Charlotte Catholic High School, 21-7, as Kings Mountain is now on the board. 6 minutes and 57 seconds left in the third quarter. That was a solid Kings Mountain drive. If you're Kings Mountain, that's a little bit of a morale booster on the offensive side. They got to do it on the defensive side as well, as the kick is away. It's a short little hopper to about the 20-yard line. Gives Kings Mountain enough time to get down there and make the tackle at about the 34, maybe the 33-yard line where they're going to spot him. I think he's spotted at the 33-yard line. So that's where Charlotte Catholic will take over at their own 33. If you're Kings Mountain, you got to find some way to pay attention to your secondary. That's the second time on the previous Charlotte Catholic offensive possession that they have found the receiver deep for a big gain. Kings Mountain has got to watch for these big plays. Under center, and it's going to be an end around. And he gets to the edge, Paul Neal, but yes, there was a flag in the backfield. Paul Neal was able to get to the edge off that end around, and it is, in fact, a holding against Charlotte Catholic, so that's going to back them up 10 yards to bring up 1st and 20. Replay first down. This will be 1st and 20. If you're Kings Mountain, though, this has been the problem all night. I'm going to say it again. For those of you that are just now tuning in, I'll just say this. Kings Mountain has had a trouble tonight getting caught looking on a 1st or 2nd or 3rd down and long position. They just get caught looking in the backfield, and the wide receiver has been able to get behind them 2 or 3 times for a big gain. 1st and 20, Walton coming back passing, hits number 85. Solid catch by number 85. That is Ethan Major, the tight end. He's able to get close, if not back, to the original line of scrimmage. I think that he's just a yard in front of the original line of scrimmage, so this will bring up 2nd and 9. So a gain of 11. 6 minutes left, 21-7, Charlotte Catholic. That's another end-around play to Neal. Solid blocking in front of Neal. And Neal was pushed out of bounds at about the 3 yards from the first down. So a gain of 6. So they're going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 2 coming up now.
3rd and 3.
Nathan Groves making a stop.
Kings Mountain's fans letting it be heard. Man in motion, they give it to McDowell. McDowell is hit, and he is stopped short, if I'm not mistaken. And they did, in fact, stop him short.
Elijah McDowell is your ball carrier.
And it is going to be a 4th down. They stopped him about a yard short. This will bring up 4th and 1.
The official time on the field for a measurement.
Well, they're going to bring the chain out. I think they gave him a generous spot compared to where his knee went down. He did stretch the ball out. But we're going to check and see where this chain, he is in fact short. All the Catholic players are telling them that, hey, we want to stay on the field. Let us try and earn this 1st down. This is a big 4th down if they do, in fact, go on the field offensively, and they are sending the offense back out onto the field. So this is a big 4th down here for Kings Mountain. If they're able to make this stop, this would be fantastic field position to start from. 4th down and 1 on their 43-yard line, and Charlotte Catholic getting up to the line. Kings Mountain's got to watch for the quarterback keeper as he really only has maybe less than a yard to go. Man in motion, and he in fact does keep it himself and gets across for the 1st down and more. Still pushing, and he gets maybe another 10 yards on that play as they were able to just keep pushing forward with the big men.
Walton on the keeper.
Walton was able to push the line forward and get his offensive lineman behind him to continue pushing forward. So now on the 48-yard line in Kings Mountain's territory. 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go, 21-7. Charlotte Catholic. McDowell lone back, and it's going to be a play action, and he is sacked for a huge loss. Number 30 was able to get in there for Kings Mountain. That was Michael Pruixma. Yeah, that's how you say it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I'd never really seen that last name before. But in fact, Pruixma was in there for the huge sack off the right end of the defensive line for Kings Mountain. So that was well needed. That was a well-needed sack right there. This might boost the morale of the defense. The defensive line has been able to get home all night. Just Walton's been able to get the ball out of his hands just in time. Walton coming straight back to pass out of the underneath center. Hits number 85 out in the flat. He gains maybe a yard or two on the play. So after a huge loss that brought up 2nd and 19, 85 again was Ethan Major on the reception. They're going to be able to move themselves forward, bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It is going to be 3rd and 17.
3rd and 16 coming up now for the Cougars.
3rd and 16. They gave him an extra yard. Started as a bunch package. Now they're splitting 3 out left, 3 out right. Empty backfield. A little bit of confusion on the Kings Mountain side, trying to set up they tried to set up the screen, but they were able to find a receiver wide open downfield, and that was number 2, Paul Neal. We've been calling the Neal boys names all night for Charlotte Catholic. But there's a flag on the play, and it is against Charlotte Catholic, and it's a holding call. And this one is going to go back. It's going to back this one up even more. It is, in fact, a holding against Catholic, which does not surprise me because there was huge holes right there for the defense to get through because they were trying to set up a screen play, but they ended up just going long with it. You got to watch that, setting up the screen play, letting all the defensive linemen get through like a bull rush. If you're not careful, you'll catch them for a holding. So Kings Mountain really gets a break right there because that was a huge pickup for a 1st down. And this is going to bring up 3rd down and 29. 3rd down and 29, a long 3rd down. And it's going to be a play action. Actually, it is a handoff, and he stopped. It looked like it was a draw play. Tried to catch Kings Mountain with a delayed handoff, but he was eaten up in the backfield for another loss. So Kings Mountain's coming away right here. A couple of huge penalties cost Charlotte Catholic. So now it'll be 4th and 29. And they're going to punt this one away to Chris Britton. 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Punt is away. It's high, and it's going to hit at about the 38, 37-yard line and roll back and die down at around the 32-yard line. So that's where Kings Mountain's offense will take over. Kings Mountain's offense strung together a really good offensive drive their last possession.
All right, so here's their chance. Really need to score right here. Close it to 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
That would make for an exciting 4th quarter.
Kalen Wade was able to get it done through the air, hitting Kobe Paysauer twice. One of them, he threaded the needle for him on the sidelines to get a huge 3rd down conversion. And another one, Kalen Wade rolling out to his right, was able to hit Kobe Paysauer, who got down to the 1-yard line where Kalen Wade just snuck it in by himself. It's going to be a handoff to Kalen Mack out of the backfield in the shotgun, and he's brought down maybe a yard loss on the play.
Kalen Mack is your ball carrier. He is tackled
think it might have been a loss of one. Mack tried to get to the edge. Really a shoelace tackle on Mack. Loss of 2 yards. Second and 12. You don't want to start this offensive possession with a loss. So we'll see what they do now. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, receiver-wise, shotgun formation. Low snap taken by Wade. Wade looking, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds towards Davidson. That's actually a pretty smart play by Kalen Wade not to take the sack as he was getting pressure from all directions. Davidson was, in fact, the receiver in the area.
Kevin Koss applying the pressure.
So this will bring up 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. It's 3rd down and long. Charlotte Catholic's had a great 3rd down defense all night. We'll see if it lets up here. I truly don't think it will, but we'll see what Kings Mountain draws up as it's a shotgun formation. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Pace our Hyde receiver on the left side. Kalen Wade's got pressure on him, and he breaks through, and he's looking to go forward, and he gets maybe a gain of 4 or 5 on the play, but it's not enough. Not enough. And that'll bring the kicking team, or I'm sorry, the punt unit out for Kings Mountain.
A prime opportunity slips away there. Really needed to put together a few first downs. Get some field position battle, back in your favor. Been punting it back and forth, but staying on their own side of the field. So slowly creeping towards their own end zone is Kings Mountain, where they had a chance to possibly cut the lead to 1 touchdown there and did not.
Charlotte Catholic did a great job that defensive possession of getting pressure on Wade. High snap, punts away. Awful punt, but it's going to roll dead at about the 44-yard line. So Charlotte Catholic will take over at their own 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line for Charlotte.
A minute and 6 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. 21-7, Catholic still with the lead on Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain defense, they were bend, don't break on the last defensive possession, but really were beneficiaries of Charlotte Catholic having a lot of offensive penalties that backed them up enough to where at one point it was 3rd and 29. Cougars have it. Under center, handoff to Neal as he gets forward for a 1-yard gain.
He's going to pick up a yard.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Clock now running underneath a minute. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Davion Wilson making the tackle. 2nd and 8 Cougars now from their own 46.
Chris Walton so far tonight's done pretty well through the air, but Charlotte Catholic's offense seems to rely more on the run game. And it's going to be a pitch out to the right for Neal, Paul Neal, as he cuts forward with blockers in front of him. And he gets about 7 yards. This will bring up 3rd and 1, and they're going to let the clock run out on this 3rd quarter and take us into the 4th quarter, where the score is 21-7, Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. We will be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's time to get a new Traeger grill from Hometown Hardware in Kings Mountain. Come in out and see the selection. Plus, Hometown Hardware has accessories, flavored pellets, and rubs. And check out the line of case knives. And right now, buy a case knife, and you'll have a chance of winning a case Christmas knife. Hometown Hardware has the largest selection of case knives in this area. See Kyle and leave with a smile, or Joe and save some dough at Hometown Hardware, 110 South Railroad Avenue, Kings Mountain.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, 21-7, Catholic on top of Kings Mountain and driving as the 4th quarter begins. It's going to be a 3rd down and 1 as Catholic comes out onto the field. Kings Mountain has had their moments tonight where the offense has looked really good, but Charlotte Catholic's defense has also had their moments where they impose their will and just get all the pressure in the world on Kalen Wade.
Let me see those lights.
Kings Mountain's defense has looked pretty decent tonight, but it's 3rd down and 1, and it's just a quarterback keep, and he's going to get enough for the 1st down. So Walton across for maybe an extra yard as well. 2 yards on the gain. This is now going to bring up 1st and 10 on the 44. Actually, they marked him at right exactly at the 45-yard line in Kings Mountain territory. Kings Mountain's defense is looking to step up here as well on this. If they can at least hold this offense from scoring on this possession and get the ball back, they'll just put it in the hands of their offense. But their offense has struggled tonight, Kings Mountain. Under the center, and it's going to be a fake pitch out. Tried to get Neal coming across with the sweep. That's Michael Neal, but Kings Mountain was all over it for a loss of 2 or 3 on the play. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 13. So that's something big that Kings Mountain really needed, was a little bit of loss on the yards right there to be able to be ahead defensively on the downs, which is what they really needed. So 2nd and 13. Walton turns around, hands it to McDowell, and McDowell has a hole, and he's able to get back to the initial line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a gain of 3. This will bring up 3rd down and 10. So it's a long 3rd down here. Charlotte Catholic, we've seen Charlotte Catholic be able to convert these long 3rd downs, sometimes with a little bit of movement on the line, a little bit of disguise on what they're trying to run offensively. But a lot of the times it's just been being able to hit the deep ball. It seems like Kings Mountain is yet to pick up on Charlotte Catholic going deep. I think that's something that they need to watch here, as it is now 3rd and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, single back behind him. Coming out is Walton. Walton throws it towards the sideline, towards his intended receiver. That was Adam Rowe, but it was in the ground. So bend don't break defense right there by Kings Mountain for the 3 and out. And this will bring on the punt team. So Kings Mountain's offense is going to be able to get the ball again here in the 4th quarter. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go, 21-7. Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. Snaps away, punt is up, and Britton doesn't even move for it. And they tried to stop it at the 1-yard line. What? And they said he stopped it at the 1-yard line. I thought he slid into the end zone while trying to stop it. But there is a flag on the field back towards where the line of scrimmage was. We'll see what the call on the play is.
Say we make him re-kick it.
Number 22, Gavin Zinkel.
So let's see what the flag is. Having a little bit of conversation between the officials. So let's see, still a little bit of conversation. I mean, actually a lot of conversation. We'll see what the call on the field is. Holding against Kings Mountain, and they're going to decline that. First and 10, Kings Mountain on the 1-yard line. I thought it was a touchback. He never really got set to stop the play. He slid into the end zone, but that's why I'm not the official. First and 10, 99 yards to go.
Long way.
It's a long way.
They can do it.
If Derrick Henry can do it for the Titans, I think somebody can do it on this field. We'll see how that works.
These are dangerous spots for a defense sometimes because they get behind you. They're packed. Everybody within. This is
this is dangerous, especially for Charlotte Catholic. If they try to bring the house here and Kobe Pacehour gets wide open, he can use his speed and have too much room to go, and we could be talking a touchdown for Kings Mountain. Officials are still over the ball, and now we're getting ready to run a pistol formation. Kalen Wade drops back to pass and looks deep towards Pacehour and overthrows him. If he was able to put that pinpoint on target, he would have had a huge gain.
Yeah, didn't get
would have been a huge gain.
Didn't get the release he was looking for. Timing was off a little bit.
It's keeping Charlotte Catholic honest. Now they know they're not afraid to throw it from their 1-yard line. I don't blame them. I do not blame them. Charlotte Catholic's been able to get a lot of pressure up the center.
That'll keep the defense honest. Try to keep the blow the lid off the defense, so to speak. But yeah, he had a good eye on that punt to spot that ball at about the 1 inch
snap.
line.
Wade rolls out to his right. He's looking to make a throw. Throws it downfield to Pacehour and up and over him, as the safety was able to come up and apply pressure on Pacehour.
Goes incomplete.
This will bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 1-yard line. 1-yard line. Again, Kings Mountain pinned on their 1-yard line, trying to just get any breathing room that they can. Second time in a row they've tried to go deep to Pacehour, and it just wasn't there.
I think perhaps more of a quick hitter, and then just after the catch, try to find a little space behind the defense.
Oh, yeah.
Could be an official timeout here. Referee
says Mack has to come off the field. I don't know why, but
got to take his visor off.
That'll bring us.
I've seen reflections off of it all game. It's clear, but when the light hits it just right, it's got a rainbow or bluish tint to it.
Yeah.
And they're making him take it off. He's been wearing it all game, but all of a sudden it's an issue.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I probably just saw it. Half the distance. A half inch.
There is a flag on the play.
That half the distance penalty might become a safety. Mathematically impossible, but.
Yeah, let's say. Kings Mountain is going to take a timeout. We'll be back after these messages, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Now's the time to buy your new Kubota from Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Right now, pay 0 money down. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months. Come on in now for all the details. All for good on the Kubota BX Series, the Kubota B Series, the Kubota L Series, and the Kubota MX Series tractors. Again, 0 money down and 0% APR financing for 60 months. Get your new Kubota today at Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
Back here, Kings Mountain High School, or I'm sorry, Charlotte Catholic High School, where Kings Mountain has the ball on their inch-yard line, really. Inch-yard line, really, but it's 3rd down and 10. Right there at their own goal line. Kings Mountain trying to get some sort of breathing room. If they can't get the first down, at least to punt it. Shotgun trips to his right. Wade, and it's a fumble in the end zone. Wade able to pick it up and get forward for 5 yards. This will bring up 4th and 5. That could have been dangerous. That was a fumble in the end zone. Bad snap. Wade able to pick it up and make a little bit of something out of nothing. And at least give them a little bit of cushion room to punt this ball away.
Scary moment there for Kings Mountain.
Scary moment there for Kings Mountain, but the moment's not over. This punter struggled tonight getting the ball deep down the field.
Yeah, we've had some issues. Still losing the field position battle.
Yeah.
About as far back as you can get. Just however far you can punt it, and they're almost certain to have it inside the 50.
Oh, yeah. And this one's away, and it's fielded at the 20-yard line, and he cuts it upfield. Or I'm sorry, it was fielded at the 35-yard line, and he cuts it upfield close to the 10. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 11. So Charlotte Catholic with great field position right here at the 11-yard line.
Return down to the 11-yard line by Brian Jacobs.
So after punting deep in their own end zone, got it out to about the 30, but he caught it on the run, brought it back inside the 15 to about the 11-yard line, close to the 10. Excellent field position considering Kings Mountain just punted it away.
1st and 10, 8 minutes and 49 seconds left, 21-0 Catholic, and Catholic already in the red zone. Walton turns around, hands it out to Neal, and Neal is stopped at the 10-yard line. Really, they're marking him about the 9. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 2 yards on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
About the 9-yard line. Gain of 2. Belton Presley making the tackle for the Mountaineers. So 2nd and 8 now.
So this can bring up 2nd and 8. 8 minutes, 20 seconds. Clock is running 21-7. And within the 10 yards. It's movement. There goes McDowell right up the center. And he's probably going to get 2 yards on the play. This might bring up 3rd and 6. McDowell's a big back, 6'1", 205. So he's a big body to try and bring down for a loss. It seems like every time he falls forward, he gains 2. Looks like it's going to bring up, looks like they only gave him a yard. 3rd and 7 on the play. This will be a good opportunity for Kings Mountain to come up with a big stop on 3rd down. Walton looking out in the flat, and that's a big open field tackle in the flat by number 21, Marquise Fell. And that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and 4.
4th down now coming up for the Cougars.
Charlotte Catholic's talking about keeping their offense on the field. Looks like they are for a 4th down and 4. I guess they're not afraid to lose it right here because they're so confident in their defense and what they just did to Kings Mountain. They're not afraid to pin them deep again. I don't blame them. Your defense has been stout all night if you're Charlotte Catholic. Why not give it a shot?
Well, you know they can kick a field goal from there, though, make it a...
They can, but looks like it's going to be a timeout, Charlotte Catholic. With that, we'll be back after this message, KTCBroadcasting.com.
Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Come in now and save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages, refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwave ovens. Let Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center put a package together for you. Again, save up to $1,200 on select GE Profile appliance packages. Buy more, save more at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 on Saturday.
Yeah, we're back here at Charlotte Catholic High School. 6 minutes and 58 seconds left. Charlotte Catholic head coach might have had a change of heart, sent the offense out onto the field, saw what Kings Mountain was lining up to do, decided to call a timeout. It looks like they might be sending their kicking team onto the field. They're within field goal range.
That's the right call. They send the offense back, and that a lot of the same offensive units.
And it looks like they're sending
no quarterback in there.
Trying to see which one of them might be their kicker.
Quarterback is
Oh, they are, in fact, going for it.
It's a bad decision is what this is.
It's only a bad decision if they don't make it. 4th down and 4 to go.
Not going to make it.
And it's going to be a rollout. And he's sacked, and he gets it away to revert from the sack. But it hits the ground, and Kings Mountain stops him on 4th down. I'm with you, Jason.
Yeah, you kick a field goal.
If I'm the coach, I'm always wanting points.
Yeah, if you kick a field goal, we got to Kings Mountain has score, extra point, score, go for 2 and get it. Just a tie.
Yeah, just a tie.
And now 7 minutes left.
But I also see
now you can break a long one.
Yeah, I mean, you can do anything right here.
If you do it quick enough, you get the ball back, and if not, you can try
you can
the
do
onside.
anything right here if you're Kings Mountain. But if you're Charlotte Catholic, you're also thinking, hey, we just had them pinned within their own 1. Now they're pinned within the 10. We can just pin our ears back and go after them. Kings Mountain Wade flushed out, and he is tackled at his 1-yard line.
He got back out of the end zone, though.
Barely got out of that end zone. I thought it was trouble town for Kings Mountain. Kalen Wade fought and fought to get out of that end zone, and he did. And that's what I'm saying. Charlotte Catholic said, hey, I mean, we can just pin our ears back and go after them right now. We already did it one time. Let's just do it again. So this will bring up 2nd and 11.
Need to try a quick hit and pass to Paysauer, of course, maybe even Britton on the out of the slot, just a quick slant.
Actually,
get it out of your end zone.
Yeah.
And just get it in their hands in open space.
Actually, it's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Pistol formation for the Kings Mountain. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. I mean, I'm surprised he doesn't hit Britton for anything short just to get going. And we've got a flag on the play, and it is a false start against Kings Mountain, half the distance to the goal, so it's going to be another inch closer to the goal line.
It's twice we've seen that now. They get back up deep. Want to commit penalties.
So this is the second time in this fourth quarter Kings Mountain is pinned within their 1 yard line. 21-7, Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. 5 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game. Trips left, one right. Kalen Wade, and it's a delayed handoff to Mack, and Mack is stopped for a safety. And Charlotte Catholic will gain another 2 on the board. This will make it 23-7. Kings Mountain. It's looking grim. 5 minutes and 46 seconds. You know, when they said this Charlotte Catholic defense was no joke, I mean, I can sit here and say this Charlotte Catholic defense is no joke. I mean, they get to the quarterback. They might send only 3 or 4, but they're getting home. They're getting home. Great defense by Charlotte Catholic tonight. So now Kings Mountain will punt this away to Charlotte Catholic. 23-7, 5 minutes and 46 seconds left. If you're Charlotte Catholic, you look to do nothing else, though, on offense than what you've done all night, and that's particularly run the ball. You've got such a lead right now, you don't want to give Kings Mountain a chance with a lot of time left on the board. So I could see them running it. No, they don't punt it away in high school football after a safety.
Yeah, it's a free kick.
It's a free kick. Okay. Okay. So kicking from their 20-yard line is Kings Mountain. And it's an onside kick, and it goes just enough yards. And Kings Mountain recovers it. Fantastic play by Kings Mountain.
They touched it before it went 10 yards. Touched it after about 8 yards.
What?
They've already caught it. He did touch it. He wasn't. Don't know what he was thinking. He did, though. He touched it before it went 10
I thought
yards.
it was every bit towards the 30. I thought he got to the 30.
Nah, it only been about 8 yards.
It had only been 8 yards. Well, that's going to be Charlotte Catholic's ball. Looks like it's going to be Charlotte Catholic's ball on the 28-yard line. So in scoring distance again already for Charlotte Catholic. Walton will turn to give the ball off to Neal, fighting forward, and there's a flag on the play, more than likely a holding penalty.
There is a flag in the backfield.
Yep. It will, in fact, be a holding call on Charlotte Catholic as they're already backing up. So what was 1st and 10 is now 1st and 20.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
So this will bring up 1st and 20. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, 23-7. Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. Catholic has the ball. 1st and 24. They've got Roby under center. And they're going to have what looks to be a flea flicker, throwing back across the field towards Roby. Flag flying, multiple flags flying, and Roby is gobbled up in the backfield, probably for a loss of 5. But we're going to see what these flags are. 2 of them came flying in, so obviously possibly 2 fouls on the play. We'll see what the call is. A block in the back on Charlotte Catholic. It's going to back Charlotte Catholic up even more. Looks like it was only 1 call. They just threw 2 flags. Must have seen the same thing. So it's going to bring up 39 yards away. Nope, sorry. 42. It is a 1st and 42 for Charlotte Catholic. It's about what some would say 1st and a country mile. 1st and 42. And they're going to try that play again, the flea flicker. And it's a throw out of the backfield. And he's got Neal. Neal makes the first person and second person miss, but he's thrown down. That was about a solid 20-yard gain for Charlotte Catholic. That was Walton with the pass, and that was Michael Neal. Michael Neal with the gain. So it was a gain of 19. I thought it was close to 20, so it'll bring up a second down and about 24. So 2nd and 24. Under center trips left. Walton looking, and he puts it up there. He's got a man wide open. That's Michael Neal again. Initial block is there, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And that, ladies and gentlemen, might just seal the deal for Charlotte Catholic on the game, but there is a flag in the backfield. Personal foul on Kings Mountain. They're going to decline that, and Catholic's going to take the touchdown and increase this lead 29-7. I don't know how he got so wide open, but when I tell you there wasn't a Kings Mountain defender around Neal for at least 5 yards, I mean, there wasn't. He was as wide open could be.
And that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So it was, in fact, a penalty on the field against Kings Mountain for unsportsmanlike conduct, but they will tack that on to the kickoff. But, yeah, Michael Neal was wide open there and just used his legs after to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Point after pending. Right now it's 29-7. Kick is up. Flag on the play. Kick is up and good. I think maybe Kings Mountain did, in fact, jump the gun.
On the defense.
Penalty's been declined. And they're just going to line it back up and re-kick it. He didn't miss the first one. He hit it. I don't know why they didn't just let it go through. It's because it's a dead ball. That's why I got a referee in here tell us the call. So try this again and same outcome. It is now 30-7. Charlotte Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. Here with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after these messages. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Good morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about you?
Like a baby.
You don't have to endure the great outdoors. You can enjoy it with a Country Camping Corner RV. Take charge of your accommodations. Camping in our fine RVs, campers, pop-ups, or fifth wheels gives you control of your vacation experience. Take advantage of specials going on now. Visit Country Camping Corner today in Matthews or Kings Mountain or online at countrycamping.com.
Back here at Charlotte Catholic High School, 30-7. The Cougars on top of the Mountaineers. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the ball game.
Number 12, Kobe Pesauer.
Charlotte Catholic looking to kick the ball away here.
And number 2, James Usery.
After the touchdown pass from Walton to Neal. Pesauer deep to return. So is Britton and Usery. And it's going to be put through the end zone. The reason why it was put through the end zone, there was an offsides penalty on the first point after attempt. They said they would just tack it on to the ensuing kickoff, so they kicked it off fairly close. So through the end zone it goes, and Kings Mountain will take over on the 20-yard line. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left. Kings Mountain looking to put something on the board again. They've scored once today. Pistol formation, 2 to the right. Kobe Paceauer, lone receiver to the left. He's just going to hand it right up the middle to Raquelin Mack. Mack fights forward for maybe a gain of 3. So this will bring up 2nd and 7.
He's going to pick up 3 yards.
Score update for you guys listening. High Brighton on top of Shelby right now, 21-14. High Brighton on top of Shelby, 21-14. Looking left, and it's going to be a quick strike towards Britton on a little bubble screen, but Britton unable to pull it in, hits him in the hands, and falls down to the ground. And to be honest, that about sums up Kings Mountain's offense, how it's been tonight.
Yeah, pass was a little low, hit him in the knee.
Yep.
Just haven't been sharp from the word go. 3 minutes left on the clock here. 4th quarter, winding down.
3rd and 7 for Kings Mountain. Kalen Wade takes the shotgun snap, hits Kobe Paceauer across shallow. He uses his legs to make some people miss and get maybe a yard past the first down marker. So it's a first down pickup for Kings Mountain.
Gain of 9 going to be enough for a Kings Mountain first down. Daniel Bowl and Brian Jacobs on the stop.
2 minutes, 46 seconds. Clock is still running. Mountaineers 1st and 10 right now. Wade sets up the screen for Raquelin Mack, and Mack's able to get to the sideline on the right-hand side of the field for maybe a gain of 4 or 5. I think it's 5. Bring up 2nd down and 5. Trying to string together a little bit of something right here on offense. Stepped out of bounds, caused the clock to stop. 2 minutes and 33 seconds here in the 4th quarter. 30-7 Catholic on top of Kings Mountain, and Catholic can smell another state championship berth as we're only 2 minutes and 30 seconds away. But Kings Mountain still trying to put something on the board as it's a handoff right up the center for Raquelin Mack, and he's able to get all 5 and another yard, so 6-yard gain for a new 1st down and 10.
Kings Mountain first down. Billy Brewer, Reed Peterson.
Mack's not been able to establish himself greatly tonight in the run game, but that was a pretty solid run tonight. I think you said the most he's ran for on one single was 6, and I think he matched it again right there for a 6-yard pickup. Kalen Wade looking outside, tries to hit Kobe Paceauer quick with a screen play. Charlotte Catholic was all over it, though. Drop pass by Paceauer, 2nd and 10. Stop the clock with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 30-7, Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. 2nd and 10. Kings Mountain's offense still trying to show they got a little bit of fight left in him. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Pistol formation for Kalen Wade. Wade, it's going to be a delay handoff to Raquelin Mack. Mack fights forward for maybe 4 or 5 yards. I think they're going to give him 5, so this might bring up 2nd down and 5. Nope, they're going to give him 4, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. And we're just now under 2 minutes here. Kings Mountain lining up. Shotgun formation. Wade dropping back off the snap. Throws the ball to Paceauer short. Paceauer is able to get 2 or 3 yards. Looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 on the play.
Knocked out of bounds by number 9, Billy Brewer. We're at 4th down.
Oh, sorry, 4th down. 4th and 3. 4th and 3. Kings Mountain. 1:39 left. Wade takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking. He's got a lot of time, tries to thread the needle, and it's tipped and picked off by Charlotte Catholic. Catholic trying to take the ball all the way back, and he'll just slide down dead at the 35-yard line. That pick was by number 21, Brian Jacobs.
Is intercepted by Cougar number 21, Brian Jacobs.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, I think is the nail in the coffin for Kings Mountain in this game. Second interception on the day for Kalen Wade.
I want to take a minute and give a shout out to those Kings Mountain cheerleaders over there on the sideline. There they are, ladies, we see you. And a shout out to the marching band from
30-7, Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. And Catholic will just come out in the victory formation and look to take 2 or 3 kneels and in this game. And there's the first knee. Be sure to stick around after the game is over for our Country Camping Corner post-game show that we'll have. It'll be nice and brief with a play of the game, defensive player of the game, offensive MVP, and a player of the game. We're going to choose between both teams who deserves those.
Trophies immediately following the handshake here at midfield.
Charlotte Catholic going out again in the victory formation as we're under 50 seconds now. And Charlotte Catholic will just take another knee. Kings Mountain, you have nothing, and I mean nothing, to hang your head on. You had a fantastic season. Finishing, what is it, 12-3? Just with the loss today, that'll be your 3rd loss onto the season. You lost 2 games and now 3 games to fantastic football teams. So you have nothing to be ashamed of. You made it this far. And there's the final kneel. And Charlotte Catholic will come out on top and work their way towards the state championship game as they beat Kings Mountain 30-7. And Charlotte Catholic gets to go to Chapel Hill. Kings Mountain, again, you put up a valiant fight all year. This just wasn't your game, unfortunately. I would say this. I know it doesn't really make it any better, but Kings Mountain, up until this game, has played fantastic playoff games. And I think today was just the one that got away from them. Offensively, they weren't able to get anything on, really any rhythm going at all. Defensively, they made some key stops, but the big play was just what was there for Charlotte Catholic. So with that, we're going to step aside and take a quick break. When we come back, we will be for our Country Camping Corner postgame show. You've been listening to KTCBroadcasting.com.
Tires, and more tires. New tires, used tires. You'll find them all at Parker's BP Amico in Kings Mountain. Located at 908 Shelby Road, right across from the Armory. For over 45 years, Parker's BP Amico has been serving the Kings Mountain area. They also do Open the Neck, satisfied customer from S&R Auto Sales. 470.
Morning. How did you sleep?
I didn't sleep at all. How about
Pups or fifth wheels gives you control of your vehicle.
Nate gets up for the early shift, while Brad is just
She may vary a la carte only.
Doctor, what's wrong with my husband?
Let's take a look.
CKDKDS Macron.
Ah, yes, I've seen this before. You care at all about your husband, you'll drive him over to the Coyote dealer now. Oh, and I'm writing you a prescription for great...
The next award we wish to give out is the defensive
parts, but they got that offense there from the word go, the very first play of the game.
Congratulations to Paul Neal for being our Campers Inn RV offensive MVP. And then our S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game, we're going to give it to Michael Neal. He is our S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game for Charlotte Catholic. Had a great game. What are some of the statistics he put up for me, Jason?
He had 2 scores on the evening. He actually took a few touches out of the backfield, but ended up with no yards on 4 carries. Tough running for Michael Neal tonight, but he had 135 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns to his name. Just your biggest standout there on the offensive stat sheet for Charlotte Catholics. Tonight's S&R Auto Sales Player of the Game is Michael Neal.
Kings Mountain fans, I know it's a heartbreaking loss. But you've made it this far, and that is nothing to hang your head on. That is nothing to hang your head on. You came out here and you battled hard. You had some great defensive stops. Unfortunately, tonight was just the night the offense could not get it quite together. I don't have anything else really to say other than that you have nothing to hang your hats on.
No, congratulations on a good season, Kings Mountain, and just get prepared in the offseason, come back next year.
Absolutely. Rest up, Kings Mountain. Get healthy. To those seniors, I know this is a heartbreaking way to go out. I remember my final game as a senior when I played high school sports. It's always a tough moment, but you did what you needed to do this year, and you had a fantastic season, and no one can take away what you've accomplished this year at all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and listening to today's game. We were able to bring it to you. I want to give a shout-out to our sponsors, Brinkley Financial Group, Bridges Hardware, Classic Ford Lincoln of Shelby, Flooring America, Parker Farm Service, Ronaldo Buick GMC Auto Mall, Hometown Hardware, Country Camping Corner, WhatsUpShopper.com, Hendricks Appliance, Campers Inn RV, S&R Auto Sales. Again, unfortunately, Kings Mountain falls in the Western playoff finals of the Western finals of the 3A playoffs. The winner would, in fact, go to the state championship game. So congratulations to Charlotte Catholic, who will be playing in Chapel Hill for the state championship game. 30-7, Catholic on top of Kings Mountain. Hope you guys have a good rest of the night. It's really been an honor for me and Jason to bring you guys these games this year, and we look forward to bringing you more sports in the future. Thank you for listening tonight, and continue to listen to all of our KTC broadcasts, and stay tuned for the post-game show. Happens from 10 o'clock until midnight, so there's a lot of football to be talked about. Thank you for listening again. We'll see you guys later. KTCBroadcasting.com.